crazy.
I'm about to be a boss slayer, dog. Oh, my
I'm
camera's not on.
telling.
Oop, there we go. Telling you, I'll start murdering these bosses. Word, son. People play AQW. I play Epic Duel bosses. You know. I don't know why I'm
I'm
kind of
surprised.
inspired.
I'm just. It's just unfortunate you weren't able to jump on the bandwagon when we everyone jumped to AQL. You just missed it, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of died off too. Like everyone
I
kind of
was
got
like
their
pretty
shit.
active. It was pretty active for 3 months.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean,
Hmm. Oh,
uh,
interesting. Okay, so Cactus has a proposition.
mhm.
Let me hear Valencia out.
Hello, it's this proposition.
His proposition is we have four people and all four want to do bosses. He's like, why don't you do it with Valencia and I'll go Lonnie? Let me see.
Oh, Cactus wants to hop in with me.
I think so, cause I don't think he talks to Valencia. Like, let me just ask.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm down either way.
I love the boy Cactus is the homie. You know, we
I
love
mean, of course,
Cactus.
that's our white, almost Islamophobic brother.
Just a little bit.
He's just
Oh
okay.
dang.
So, do you want to do it with Cactus?
Yeah, I'm down. Sure.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, you're just gonna leave me. It's all
Okay,
good.
okay.
It's all good, Mir.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah, no, you're good. It's all good.
that's why.
But say whenever you're done though, you can come back. I'm literally gonna be killing bosses all day type shit because I'm trying to get.
Okay, then I'm 100% down. Don't worry about me. I mean, I have a lot of bosses to do, and so do you. So
Man,
I'm also down for tomorrow too.
yeah, but I'm trying to get the nightmare core set. I want to come up with cool builds for the nightmare bosses. Like that'd be kind of sick, you know? Like imagine you do
And
like
after these cores, I feel like they will be because
right?
you'll have a different strat. Yeah, 100%.
Like imagine two focus builds, just like all the nightmare cores type thing. That'd be kind of lit. You just kind of scrap the whole time.
Yeah, because like I'm guessing for Blood Mage, if you get if it's gonna be like the other nightmares, like Nightmare Titans and what was the other one? Nightmare Husk, where you have like those cores. The primary core always did the most damage. So example, it's probably gonna be the same for this too.
What up? What up?
What's up,
Oh, it's the boy
Cactus?
How are y'all?
Cactus
Good, good.
or Chungy.
Join the Saturday, ready to kill some bosses.
Yep. You gotten any drops yet, or is it just Mir?
What's up?
I got Aka's
Balance
sword yesterday. What's up, Zip?
Valencia got a
Money board.
primary drop Cactus, and she's able to equip it. I can't equip the armor version of him,
It might just be the armor version that's bugged.
and that's for like the one specific. I'm doing Azreel right now just to see if it's the same.
Yeah, you want to do Azreel, Cactus?
Yeah, we can do Azreel.
I'm running. I'm on mage on your build.
Okay, I'll go TLM.
Yeah, let me keep you alive. Your life's in my hands.
Well, the nice thing is if either of us gets the armor drop, that's basically a free W because it's like IF and Revenant's Wall combined.
Really? For what the heck? It's just like a passive type thing?
Yeah, the passive
yeah,
plus
it's a
300 defense
Oh,
boost.
that's kind
Yeah.
of
Hey,
fun.
have you tested?
Yo, I love
Have you
this.
tested it?
I love
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy,
That
honestly.
is
Yeah,
sick.
but the drop rate is quite low for. Yeah, actually, it's
Bro,
not.
I'll kill it as many
50.
times. Who cares? My thing is, again, no one's gonna bitch about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can beat up a boss as many times as you can, come with whatever cool build you want,
Yo,
and no one's
Alonso,
gonna be like,
trust
"Oh,
me,
you're
Also,
too."
I was
somebody
close to
will
bitching
bitch about
about
it.
it though. I
Man,
was close to bitching about it, Alonso, because like when I did bosses, they were so much harder, and now they're like
They're
pretty much
easiest.
free.
Yeah, they're free.
Yeah,
I-
they're free.
I
But
mean,
then
It's
so
only
did
free
I,
if you have
Mir,
the
but
core.
if you make them too
so
hard,
did
though,
I,
no
but
one
I'm not
touches
complaining
them.
about it.
If you make them too hard, though, no one's touching them.
Yeah, but nobody already is touching them though. That's the issue. Only like
Let
a handful of
me
people that
see.
actually play it.
42.
Yeah, Shadow got lit the fuck up. No cap. Like,
I
that
mean,
man
yeah,
got
besides
beat
Shadow,
up
but
all weekend.
I mean, I wonder why, bro. I wonder why. Like,
NPC.
god
Yeah.
damn.
Azreel's Doombringer is
I mean-
nice, or Beauty's nice. I like it.
Oh yeah, no. Beauty is the best boss core for the really hard bosses now,
It's awesome. You gotta love it.
hands down.
All right, where's my
I mean, you
where's my
got-
boy Cactus at?
You gotta thank Cactus. You gotta thank Cactus for that, and you gotta hate him for it
Cactus.
too.
You can jump
Depends
to
on
me.
which side you're on.
Cactus isn't here right now.
Shade, what's up, big dog?
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you streaming right now?
Yeah, he's.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you
All
start?
of
I
us
thought we
on
were gonna do the
stream.
tournament yesterday, and then I know I was gonna stream yesterday, and then it was kind of I feel like people were gone. So, but yeah,
What
you want to
tournament?
do it? You want to do it tomorrow? I mean, we can do it later. I'm gonna be streaming pretty long today. Like today's gonna be a long ass streaming day. So, if you wanna do it
What's
after,
long for you? How long is the stream going to be then?
it's gonna be a long day.
What the-
Like, we're killing bosses and shit. I'm gonna be having YouTube in the
Like
background.
2 hours or what?
Longer than that.
Or-
Probably longer than that. I'm
Okay,
not trying to put a
okay,
number
okay.
on it because I don't want
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long.
Yeah, I bet it is, bro. 1 hour later. Okay, guys, it was fun talking to you. See you guys later.
That's only,
I'm
when I have stuff to
again.
do. That's only when I have stuff to do though. But again, it's 8 a.m. Saturday morning. We're with the boys. You know what I'm saying? I might as well
8
grab a
a.m.
drink.
God damn, it's fucking.
Are you a Lanzo Horus right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
That's
is.
me.
Okay, just making sure.
That's me.
He is.
I literally already had like a bunch of BRs that were like, "Yo, are you BR?" Like trying to add me. I'm like, "Hello." Why does I didn't know this
Just
thing
send it
mattered?
Funny.
Just send them a
All
picture
right.
of your hand.
Let me check your build.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's really-
Okay, well, you go first.
Damn,
Right.
Cactus looking clean. Actually,
I can't see Cactus until we get into the game.
never mind. This is not looking
Oh, do you
good,
have
bro. What the
characters off?
fuck is this color matching? What the fuck?
Yeah, if anyone wants to join the chat, we are in the Discord Epic Duel official chat server.
Yeah, Alonso, can I actually get the rolls in Balance Brigade or what's going on?
Yeah, wait, what?
I'm missing rolls from in your server, like as in
Oh yeah,
I'm not. Yeah.
But Scully, it's the boy Skulls. I don't
Yeah,
know if
it's
he's gonna.
all-
Are you? Did you join?
Yeah, Skull is.
yeah. I clicked the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and have
Just making sure.
YouTube like audio in the background though too. I mean, well, we're talking, so yeah, we don't really need that right now, huh? I'll probably do that later.
All right, this will be great.
Ooh, Cactus looking cool. I see you. So Cactus, I was talking to Mir about this last night, by the way. So,
Mm.
what do you think about having like, what if the boss animations were like farmable? Like, obviously, yes, this would take a long time. You need a coder. Like, obviously, yes. Like, we're just talking farther down the line. Like, if it were possible, right? Do you think it'd be cool if they had it to where you could like farm bosses and get like custom animations or something? Like, obviously, it wouldn't enhance gameplay or whatever, but like, you know, you'd be able to, you know, change your primary animation to like always do a Azreel attack or some shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't care, but maybe some people would find it cool. I don't know.
I think that'd be sick. Like, when did that? I feel like that would be something because I think the nightmare stuff is cool and like a lot of like we're heading in the right direction because like I think you got to make the game kind of like farmable NPC wise. You know, like it just seems like PvP isn't really something that a lot of people are gonna like compete in too much nowadays. Like people just aren't too really like what's the word, like invested, I guess. You know what I mean? Like not too many people are willing to put up 8 hours of their day to play Epic Duel. You know, like let's just keep it a band, right?
That's some loser mentality, bro. What do you mean?
That's not
You're
loser
not
mentality.
playing
That's
8
just,
hours
that's just
on-
facts.
Not being able to play 8 hours. That's cringe.
Are you gonna play 8 hours, Moon? You're gonna
Oh,
be
again-
I haven't
Yeah,
touched the
Again,
game.
I have no opinion, honestly.
Cactus like I play when I play,
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
which is fair.
He
Fair,
doesn't
and
even play rallies. He only plays rallies.
I could
like
find
me,
myself
honestly.
sometimes playing the game, you know, like long times and sometimes not. But I'm thinking like the average player though. I think the average player would probably be happier if they could hop on, kill a boss in an hour or something, and then like get something decent for it, you know, and then kind of have that kind
So
of
don't
on
so
repeat.
don't shield me yet.
Oh, don't show you. All right, bet. What you want me to?
Yeah.
You want me to
So
attack or something?
yeah, just attack. Um, so the shield rotation is kind of messed up. So what you want to do is do P shield first. Actually, no, you're gonna have to heal me actually because I don't have heal up. But basically, what you want to do with these bosses is you stagger shield usage so that you don't use shields back to back. Back to back.
For sure. All right, I can do that. Yeah, now me and me were kind of just doing whatever for for Alka last night. Like we weren't even in chat or
Yeah.
anything. I was just kind of spamming chat. There's a few
Right,
times I almost
that's
let this
pretty
man die.
different, though.
Yeah,
Well,
Like,
the reason is that if you get the shield timing wrong, you get a situation where all the shields for a particular defense type go out at once, and you do not want that.
mm, you're
So
screwed.
don't
Then.
use blood shield yet. Use it next turn.
All right, I'm gonna do plasma.
Yep.
So how long do you think this takes?
Yeah, and see, that's or no, we're still. Yeah, okay. Wait, one more turn actually.
Uh,
I think that should do it.
dang, 30 damage. Gotta love it.
And of course, he's using all the fucking E attacks in the world while my E shields are down.
All right, shield now. I got healed.
Yeah, shield now. Yeah. And we're chilling because you can just heal.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and see, now I have a P shield and an E shield at the same time. And there goes my other P shield.
We got this. Light work.
Yep.
Easy.
It's all about the shield timing.
Call him Nightmare
Can I
Bitch.
what Cora say Azreel is easier than Luthiel right now?
What?
Really?
Yes, it is.
I don't understand why that would be possible.
Cactus, I'm scared.
I mean, you can.
Just shield me.
Okay, all right.
It's only possible if you use the exact build we're using right now without changing defense over to technology, technology over to defense. So it's
I
kind of
don't
bugger.
understand how Luthiel would be harder.
Yeah, why?
Because he does like the random ass 700 damage.
Oh,
Well, only while he has energy, though. Once you drain him, he's easy.
But he still does one of those stupid attacks. Even without
pause.
energy.
Over here, draining aliens. Do I shield you, or you want me to wait?
Not yet.
Drain that big boy.
Force. You underestimate my power.
Oh yeah, you're rooted. What the heck? That's crazy as force.
Yeah.
What the heck?
All right, shield now.
Shield. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and now I think we're on a good rotation, so you can just spam off cooldown.
I will try my best. We're making this look easy, light work. I'm gonna heal you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, general priority is if all shields are up, use Parasite. If Parasite is active as well, use Terrify, and Intersperse heal if necessary.
Hmm.
And obviously bot too.
Do I shield you now or wait for your thing
Yes.
to go down? Okay.
Yes, you shield me now.
Right.
Off cooldown.
I got you.
You can also use Feast of Flesh if you can, but it's low priority.
Why are his hands like that?
I don't know.
Little demon here, huh?
Maybe he has arthritis and that's his exercise.
Yikes. That would be kind of weird for like a god or whatever to have like human conditions. Oh wow.
Well, it depends on your mythology.
Depends on your god as well. I mean, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
just gonna...
Like if you're talking about the Greek gods, they had all sorts of issues.
Yikes. I mean,
Didn't they also
Greek gods are
become
mythology, though. I mean, we know that.
immortal at some point as well? Am I mixing my mythology?
I'm pretty sure they
What are you
got
talking about?
clapped by Kratos.
Hercules and others, weren't they mortal at some point?
What?
Hercules. Yeah, Hercules was immortal. He was like he's like half god, I guess, like demigod, technically, because he was like born from like he was the reason, like Zeus clapped a human essentially.
Um,
Am I disconnecting?
No, I think that was just Mir.
Okay.
But yeah, he clapped a human. That's why Hercules is demigod. But again, Kratos killed them all anyway. So yeah, that's my definitive.
Hey, Kratos killed them all?
Yeah, God of War.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I played that, but I didn't see that happen in any movie though.
It's a game series.
Yeah.
I know, go ahead. I've played it on my PSP and Xbox.
Yeah, it's not like canon, but it's canon. It's my canon.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay, fair enough. Have you played the PSP version of God of War, Alonso?
Yes, that was one of my favorite ones. I've actually the replay
Do
value
you
on the
remember
game
at
is
the
awesome.
end? Do you remember at the end he kills that one phase shifting boss girl thing?
Yeah.
Become a dragon and then she becomes a girl and then he's just walking off at the end.
Yeah, she's because like the whole thing in that one was supposed to be he was like in hell essentially because it's supposed to take place after the first one. And he's basically in the prison of like the harpies. So like the whole thing is supposed to represent like what he was going through while he was like in prison, I believe. And so like I think the end was just basically showing that like he never really escaped yet. It was just kind of like the whole game is like channeling what was gonna happen in God of War 2 type thing.
So it doesn't happen.
Technically, it's like a fever dream. And then because God of War 2, I'm pretty sure he ends up in the same spot. Like he ends up coming out of like the harpies thing. Because like God of War 1, he gets betrayed. Or no, God of War 1, he ends up killing Ares. And then the beginning of God of War 2, he gets like betrayed and kicked down or whatever. But like I think they like flash show that at the end of God of War 1. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
Who's the guy who can make everything he touches gold? It started with the M. I forgot his name.
Midas.
Midas, yeah.
Oh, Midas. Yeah, Midas. So that's Greek mythology as well.
Yes.
Is he Greek? Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was Greek or not.
There's like two. There's Nordic and then there's Greek.
Yeah.
Well, there's Greek, there's Greek, there's Roman, which is like piggybacks off of Greek, and then there's Nordic, which is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you know any Roman characters that aren't mentioned in Greek mythology?
There's some like but I'm not thinking of any off the top of my head.
Yeah, Bologna's Roman, but isn't really in Greek. Like Bologna's just like a
the only person I could think of is Aeneas, but he's like he kind of is and kind of isn't.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Well, Bologna.
I forget. Is Aeneas like a historical figure, or is it just part of the Aeneid?
I know Gandhi is Indian.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I haven't heard of that person in Cactus, by the way. James would probably know that Neek.
Yeah, where's James? Let me get James in here. Or did
He was playing Black Ops 6.
Did he leave the server again?
No, I don't think so. He should be in here. Yeah, he is here.
Yo, what happened to Amanda? I mean, I know what happened to him, but like, has he came back yet, or has anyone talked to him since? Like,
no, he hasn't. The only person he talks to is James, and that's very like early as well, not
Yeah,
too frequently.
did he get banned?
No,
I'm not
Let's-
sure. I don't
we're
think.
not gonna talk about it. He just had
Yeah, I mean,
he got his privacy
we're on
invaded.
stream.
We'll just say that. Yeah,
Yeah, might as well not
He
talk
he
about
got what?
his privacy
his
invaded.
privacy.
Oh, okay.
You don't
Yes.
know what
So
happened. I already told you as well.
same thing that happened to James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, but worse, apparently.
Why do people do that, man?
Jealousy.
Very much, actually, very much so.
Some people just can't live with the fact that they aren't, other people.
No,
Which is fine. To like actually do something about it is not fine. And negative, of course.
Eh. I just think
I mean, that don't bother us. We're killing nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
facts. I was gonna say, I think people just have to like just stay in their own lane type. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you focus on yourself and focus on like what you want individually, like I feel like everyone kind of wants
Always.
a different version of like other things, So it's like I feel like when someone's like looking at someone else's life thinking like, oh, I wish I had their life or whatever, they're only looking at the positive. Like they're not looking at like what they
Yep.
went through or the negatives or
They're
anything.
only looking at what's being showed, by the way. That's also something very important to look at.
That's the trap of social media.
Man,
Yep, it is. It is a very bad trap.
bro, and you start seeing all these what these people like, bro. Have y'all been paying attention to these Diddy cases?
No, not
Yep,
really.
I've seen somewhat.
They are like, I'm not gonna get into the details because I probably get the stream banned, but like it just like
Yeah.
like it just opens your eyes because like there's always been speculation of like what celebrities go through to like attain this level of like stardom or whatever.
Mhm.
But like seeing it on paper and having it read out loud in the court on like what these people have like gone, like they're name dropping celebrities and everything. Because again, there's witnesses and
Yep.
all sorts of shit. And
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
bro,
we always knew there was some weird sexual stuff going on with the higher ups in the entertainment industry. Like that was never.
Yes, we knew that, but I'm just saying, hearing exactly what they were doing, like word for word,
Yeah.
is different. It's like,
True.
wow, like you're really like you always knew, but it's like, bro, like hearing like a lot of these skits and like videos and different things where he was like, again, just openly, blatantly, like using it to gloat about his life. Like these girls were like 14 and stuff, and like no one, like everyone knew, but like no one said anything because it was just it just was a part of the thing, like at the time. So it's like it's just crazy hearing this and like thinking again, like I can't imagine how many people like at the time like watching MTV or whatever who was like, oh man, like Puff Daddy's so cool, dog. Like I want to be like him, or like, man, like imagine what he did. He sent a girl to get some cheesecake. And it was like, bro, that girl was 13. You know what I mean? Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You had people praising him like in their song, like every song of theirs.
Yeah, bro. And
well, that's probably because he had control over them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. A lot of times, a lot of those people's career got started because and a lot of them kind of accept it, and that's the kind of crazy thing. It really shows, like, no matter how heinous the action, you're still gonna have some supporters. Because again, there's celebrities that they get their name redacted because they don't want to be, like a part of the case because they still want to keep their career going. Even though again, like they went through the same thing, they're also victims, but they don't want to be a part of that. They look at it as like, oh, well, that was just something I had to go through to get to where I am, like. Type thing. It's like, okay, brother. Like, I guess.
Yep, which is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. But I think also it kind of pins a narrative too, because like a lot of people, like I was going into the case thinking like Cassie was a victim, damn near, and like she still is, but like I don't know, some of these messages kind of paint her in a different picture. Like, I don't think she was. I don't think she was not enjoying it as much she was leading on. Like I think she definitely was enjoying it more than she was like leading on, But
it reminds me of the Shannon Sharp case.
Bro, same thing. Like again,
that shit
crazy work, bro. And
that
again,
the messages.
Bro, the messages are crazy too. Like, have you?
Yep,
Man,
I have
bro.
read those ones.
Man.
So I have an opinion.
It just sucks. I feel like we're entering an age where like celebrities are really not going to be like if someone had a some sort of fallacy of like wanting to be a celebrity, like it's just not going to be what it is now, like anymore. You know,
Yeah,
it's not really a good
it's
thing to be a celebrity anymore.
it's celebrities like John Cena and people like that.
Well, that's because celebrities, the status of celebrity has changed. It used to be, the movie star or the politician, and it still is to a
Yep.
certain degree, but now it's the random girl who did a dance on TikTok or who, talked about Hawk Tuah or whatever.
Yeah, which is true, but I'm just saying even if we look past that and go into like just like the celebrities and stuff like that, like the celebrities that got put on those pedestals or whatever, they just had to do that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that all of them did that, but it's like even like did you guys hear about that one girl on ESPN or whatever who like Skip Bayless and like someone else was being like under wrap for or whatever because messages came out where she was basically like they basically told her like, okay, if you're gonna want to move up in the network or whatever, like you're gonna have to like sleep with us, and she was down for it. Like she was like, yeah, like it is what it is. Like I gotta earn my stripes, like and she was like advocating for it. Like she's like, yo, like like people just gotta accept it, like you do what you gotta do to make it to the top. Like what? Like what the heck, man? Like it's just I don't know. Again, you always hear about it, but to hear people be direct about it, it's just different.
Well, and the thing is, the scary thing is that it's not entirely wrong. That is how it works.
Oh yeah,
it shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like you start pointing the finger. It's like who's necessarily in the wrong? Like, is she in the wrong for embracing that, or is society wrong for letting that be a stigma that goes unchecked? Like it's not.
Well,
but also,
it's not even
for like since I think humankind, like this isn't something new.
Yeah.
I don't think assigning blame in this case is necessarily valid because at least not to the individuals you mentioned. It's the fault of the individuals who set the system up in the first place. It's not the fault of the victims for participating in the system because they were forced to. And it's not part.
I don't agree with that though.
Okay, Cactus, that's something I don't agree with. Not every case is similar. Not everyone was forced, by the way.
Right. Like I think, like I said, I think some people participate in it willingly, which pushes the narrative. Like if everyone went against it, then it would stop. There would be a lot less victims. I think personally.
Well, if you're a willing participant, that's a different thing. But there's plenty of people who feel coerced into doing it and don't want to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying you have to look at the numbers, though, right? Like I'm saying, there's obviously more people that are with it because how long it happened. This man was doing this. I mean, obviously, we know this stuff has been going on in the entertainment industry for years and years and years. But like P Diddy exclusively alone has been doing this for the last 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, people were making light about it. Again, Puffy party, what goes down in the Puffy party, no one talks about. Oh, it's a freak off. Like again, like these celebrities knew about it. Like they weren't out here just being like, oh man, like those things are crazy. We should call the police. They were just saying, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to participate in that. Like they can do that or whatever, but I'm just not going to stick my head over there. You know what I mean? Like bro, you knew. You know what I mean? Like everyone knew.
Has Michael Jackson been to a Puffy party?
I don't think so. I don't think he was really like in that era. If anything, I think because after he died, because Michael Jackson died 2012, I think. So I think Puffy started that. Like I know it was like early 2000s or whatever, but I think he was in an early like a different type of bubble. Like I think Michael Jackson was like a mega superstar like off the bat because he's been doing like Jackson 5 and everything. So it's like I don't think Puffy was like really hanging around him per se until probably like later, maybe like after, like
Did
around
they hang
the time.
around though? Did they ever have connections or something? Like, do you know?
I mean, probably because like there probably were some. I mean, they're in music, I mean, they probably have some sort of record labels or probably like linked up. But I don't think Michael Jackson would. I don't think he would go to a Puffy party or anything like that. Michael Jackson doesn't seem like the type of person to really go to parties like that in general. Like he seemed like he'd be doing his own thing.
He felt very shy-ish though.
It's the problem is it's hard to say because it's all so nebulous. And the whole reason it was kept secret in the first place is because if you knew about it, that meant that Diddy had some sort of power over you because that means you had participated to some degree. So there would be ramifications for anyone who came out with the truth. And that's how this kind of thing gets kept secret is blackmail, basically.
But
on a mass scale.
I also think that there's also people that just act on basically fear, though. Like I don't think it takes.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying I don't think it has to be a direct blackmail, though. I think again, like a lot of people were probably like he probably just said something to them, and they probably just took it at face value, even though again he probably wasn't being serious. You know what I mean? Like it could be a.
Well, But again, that's all part of the tactics. You keep people silent by threats and coercion,
of course,
even if it's implicit.
there's always going to be tactics that evil people use to keep people down. Though that's what I'm saying. You have to rise above it in order to stop it from happening, right? Like,
Well, it's easy to say when you're looking at the situation from the outside, but when you're in that situation, it's a lot harder to say that.
yeah, and that's
That is
true.
also-
That's 100% true. I can give you that. Like I said, I'm not trying to say it's necessarily like, oh yeah,
No,
they
but, like,
participated, so they deserve whatever happens to them or anything like that. I'm just saying.
but like I will also say though, Epstein's victims came out as well. Like they probably had pressure too and stuff, but
But they came out
Yeah.
later though, again for different things. And even like this, like the Puff situation, a lot of these victims are coming out for their own kind of personal needs. Like again, like
Well, and we still don't have the full list of Epstein clients. Like that was never released.
yeah, because again, I think Epstein was involved with that's what I'm saying. Like I think that like it wasn't like these government officials and people like that weren't involved. Like there's even in court, like they're even talking about presidents and stuff like that being involved in Puffy parties, like which is probably
that's
Obama,
actually
but
crazy.
I could see Obama going to a Puffy party. Like I think it would make a lot of
Well,
sense. But
all that is speculation. We can't really
of course,
say.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It's not for real.
Allegedly.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
again, there's no evidence, but I'm just saying that's
It's kind of impossible to tell, and that's the problem.
I mean, they got all the footage, so I mean, it's not really impossible to tell when they got all the footage, especially the way he was recording everything in 4K. So
Yeah, really.
Cops have everything on everyone.
So, not the cops, the feds do. But the problem is the feds have their own agenda. They don't necessarily want to release that stuff because there could be a lot of negative ramifications for some very powerful people.
facts, which again, I mean, FBI is more of a money thing anyway, so that's why they kind of protect their own and let a lot of the shit happen. Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, they knew about the shit that Epstein and them were doing. Think about it. He was flying over, like, we're talking public or national waters. Like, he's going in and out the country. There's no way the FBI doesn't know that Jeffrey Epstein is bringing little girls and shit on private planes over water. But they're just letting it happen because, again, he probably is paying some sort of, extra money, sliding them X, Y, and Z. Like, I think a lot of them plans and shit like that just be giving money to certain people, and it is what it is.
This is the thing: is ever since Snowden, we've known that the federal government constantly has information that they don't release to the public, and I have no doubt that this is one of those examples. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was pretty.
Like we know that the federal government intentionally hides stuff from the public so that there won't be negative ramifications for them. We know this.
Oh yeah,
and
it keeps
I have no doubt that the Epstein thing, and maybe even to some extent the P Diddy thing, was covered up for that exact reason, because they don't want ramifications for them or their friends.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. I think I was talking to the girlie about this. Like, I definitely think P Diddy's gonna get off, because what people are failing to see is that like, bro, he's gonna get off, and because again, what people are failing to see is that he got set to trial for RICO charges, which is like, we're talking gang affiliation, like we're talking some, like, he has to be running some sort of operation that's like gang affiliated. When gang affiliation, you're claiming like some sort of extra illegal activity through like loitering or drugs, or like basically they're trying to put him on a charge as if he was running some sort of like illegal drug, smuggling operation or sex trafficking operation, when in reality he was just a weird sick person just basically getting people to do things and then blackmailing them to do that. But again, I mean, that's illegal, yeah, but again, it's not going to put him away behind bars for a long period of time. But again, the reason why all this stuff, I'm just saying, the reason why all this stuff is being brought up in court now is over the double jeopardy thing, right? If he gets off of this, or he gets whatever case, right, or whatever, I mean, you probably would be like, whatever time he served is going to be, enough, and then they're just going to let him off. But the point is, he wouldn't be able to get tried for it again. So he, at least in American court system. So that's why all this stuff that isn't even pertained to the case of RICO charges or like criminal, sort of like affiliation or anything, they're bringing Cassie, who already, again, like settled her differences in a court case beforehand for 20 million. Like, they're bringing her story into a gang affiliation case, and they're talking about her sex stories and the freak offs in detail and all this deviant sexual stuff that he could get tried for in another case, but he can't because it's now in this case. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, by the time they get to the end of it, he's gonna get off of it because all the things that are presented, there's no real evidence that he's running some sort of high scale criminal organization. So it just, yeah.
Well, it depends on what evidence comes out in that case. I think you may be right. I think he also may get convicted, but he might not be the person at the top. You know what I'm saying? He could be the fall guy because he's well known, and there's always been rumors that he was involved in some shady stuff. I have no doubt that he was not the only one organizing this. Like, there's no way.
And again, I don't think the people are going to let him take a real fall for it because, again, if he goes down, he's the person that knows everything. And that's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't think so, though, because look at what happened with Ghislaine Maxwell. She went to prison and she never said anything, even though she obviously knows a bunch of stuff. That's why I'm saying he could be a fall guy. You send him to prison, and it's like, oh, justice was served, but he's never actually going to say anything.
I think she was in a different position though, because it could be one of those things where if she talks, then again she could possibly die if she gets out. And again, they probably wouldn't have enough information to really stop the full thing. P Diddy's
probably going to be the same thing with Diddy.
Nah, but P Diddy's been in there for 20 years. That's what I'm saying. He's basically set up the whole, like, yeah, they're probably running shit beforehand, but how organized it became and how kind of legal it became, because again, he basically made it legal and cool for people to just, again, like, drug people and like get them intoxicated and do gross things with them, and it just be okay because it's in the name of, oh, I care about you and I love you and I make good music and I'm a celebrity and I'll do this for you. You know what I mean? Like, he basically created that culture, right? So
it really just depends on how high up he is in the power structure. You missed Shield, by the way.
I think he's very, my bad. I think he's very high up there. And again, I think it's one of those things that I wouldn't put it past him to where this whole thing was planned. Like, I think he's playing chess. Again, I think all of this information is being brought up in court and relayed now because, again, he won't be able to get tried for it later. And so once he gets off of it, he just has to beat the case once. Once he's gone, he's gone. Again, he has enough money, he has enough power, influence to disappear and never be talked about again. His, legacy will live on however it is. No, but if he does that beforehand, though, again, it leads up the thing for actual people that aren't involved in whatever situation to start digging where they don't need to be. And that's the whole thing. It's like you have to look at the timeline, right? Like, when Diddy first got arrested, again, they made it clear that he was getting arrested on RICO charges, right? But then a month after, they released the Cassie video of him chasing her down the hallway in the elevator, like, domestic violence things that, again, he couldn't be tried on. But again, they're releasing this information. Why? Because they're trying to basically besmirch his image, but in a way he can get out of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, again, woman beater can still walk the streets and be, be fine as long as the woman in pertained situation is still, breathing or whatever the case may be. I mean, we see it all the time, right? But again, RICO criminal CEO that you're getting put behind bar. I mean, look at what's his name? Suge. Look at Suge Knight. He's still in prison, like, they have not let him out yet. You know what I mean? That's a way bigger charge than that. So I'm saying, again, they're playing chess. Again, they're pointing this whole direction in the way of, oh, he's just a sexual deviant who just couldn't control himself. Oh, he has a little dick. Oh, he's insecure. Oh, he's this, he's that. Again, they're basically putting him in a bad light so he can get out of jail free and then just continue basically living his life. Again, he has enough money he can go wherever he wants. He just has to beat the case and be done. And that's what I'm saying, man.
I don't know. I would say it's impossible to really say. We can speculate, but on the whole,
obviously, I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just saying this is my opinion based on what I've been watching. Because again, it just seems weird that all these kind of things that aren't really relative to the charges that are brought at hand. Because like, I'm not gonna say I'm a lawyer or anything like that, but I do kind of, I'm interested in a lot of cases in the legal system and stuff like that. Just because, again, I think it's important to kind of know how it goes, just in case A, you get in legal trouble, right? Or B, again, someone what I'm saying, gets into some sort of legal trouble. It's nice to kind of have a foot ahead and know how it works. But like, the legal system is very dumb because it's basically just very straightforward. Like, if you can paint yourself in a way that people are going to lean or believe, then you can get out of a lot of shit. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that's just what it is. And I'm not saying that for me to exploit it, but that's just From what I've seen, I think a lot of people use that to exploit
That
it.
reminds me of the series I watched about a killer on Netflix. Oh shit, what was the series called? It was the guy with those mud and chomps. He was a killer. I forgot his name. So what he
Uh,
used to do is he used to kill people, and then he used to claim about it. It was like something he used to claim the killings. He did it in such a manner I forgot how, but he got away with it.
what the heck?
What?
Because he was calm or
Yeah,
something, probably. What's up,
no,
Miko?
there
By
was
the
a.
way,
Let me actually fucking see this. Let me just search. Give me a second.
it's 82 degrees in my apartment. Sheesh.
Yeah,
What a
Blackbird. Have you seen the
Blackbird.
series Blackbird?
Nah,
No.
sounds
That's
interesting
pretty
though.
good fucking.
That sounds
Let
interesting.
me actually.
By the way, if you have rage, use plasma cannon instead because that's going to do more damage.
Oh, okay, my fault for sure. Appreciate the tips, Cactus. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just saying. I just want to put it out there now because I feel like I call a lot of things, and I usually don't give myself credit for it because I don't like to be that guy, you know. Like I just kind of say my opinion or whatever. But this in particular, I just feel strongly about because I just think people aren't giving this man enough credit, and I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that in a very like evil way. You have to be a real heinous person to kind of plan this stuff out and do this type of thing for such a long period of time and just have this kind of come out now, and it not be from some situation where it's almost like, oh, like someone got, messed up or like something happened that like was out of the ordinary. Like again, like people don't even know, right? Like beforehand, the case that he was getting trial for beforehand, before the RICO cases, he was being sued by a producer. I think he was like a gay producer, I think. And this was, I think, a part of the Cassie case, I think. But he was being sued by a producer where, again, this guy was a part of like Puffy's like camp or whatever for a long period of time back in like, I think like before 2020, like 2019 or something.
I need a heal.
And oh, my bad, I got you. You got it. Yeah, thank you for letting me know because you know me, I can't talk and play, but but
This is why I don't normally voice chat when I'm doing bosses because you get distracted.
nah, you gotta get better at it, Cactus. That's what you do. You improve. You don't shy away.
Okay, there's a difference between putting yourself through difficult situations and actively steering away from detrimental situations.
Nah, it's the same thing, bro. I'm Alonzo Harris. You should know this by now.
Tell him. Talk your shit, G.
Man, this is why we don't use easy builds in 1v1. We make our own. Because when we prosper, we prosper.
You know what that sounds like to me, Alonzo? Cope.
It sounds like that's tough. It's all right. I'm Naruto and you're Neji.
Also, yeah, I'm coming back to the thing I was talking about. I did some research on it. So he would purposely claim that he confessed that he killed someone, and then he would reconfess or something. Like, so it was false claims. Like, there would be random murders, and he would go and say, "Oh, I did it." So when he kept on doing it, so when he actually killed someone, people didn't actually like.
Oh, so it was like a boy that cried wolf situation.
Dang, that's kind of smart.
He did that, and he actually got away. So how they actually made him confess and got him jailed was they sent in someone from the outside to become friends with him and make him somehow confess where the bodies of the girls he killed were. And there's a whole series about it. It's very actually it's like 6 or 7 episodes.
Dang,
it's
that's
very
crazy.
good, Alonzo. If you have time, you should watch it.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. And it's crazy thing because like I don't know if you guys watch like the Dahmer series on like Netflix or whatever. Like, I didn't finish the whole thing, but like I remember watching it.
Epstein.
Bro, Epstein. I remember watching it. Or not Epstein. Sorry, no. It's Jeffrey Dahmer, not Epstein. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
But no, if you watch it though, there's so many times where it was like mad obvious. Like it was mad obvious that this man was like killing people, and they were just like, oh, white guy with glasses. Oh, he'll be all right. Like he's perfectly fine. He just seems like an odd white guy. Like this man has murdered body parts in his fridge. He's cooking up pork chops for breakfast. Like he's mentally not stable, and people are just like, oh, he's just a regular guy. Like he's just it literally took someone not like getting away from him to call the police for them to figure it out. Like that's insane.
Was it different with the Was
So
it Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer, like the good-looking guy?
I think Bundy was a good looking guy because he
yeah,
got
Oh,
Bundy was like very charismatic, and that's how he got those women to like go to his house with him or whatever.
yeah, he was like a
yeah.
Chad who like literally just like killing chicks, something like that type
I
thing.
read
Yeah.
up somewhere. I read up somewhere. A guy was saying his mother almost got killed because she was supposed to go on a date with Bundy, but she didn't.
Oh
Something
shit.
came up, she didn't. And then later they found out like he was a serial killer.
Damn,
So
why'd she
like,
So
didn't?
so a couple things. First of all, there's the whole sociopath thing where sociopaths tend to be very charismatic, very like outwardly charming because they know how to manipulate people. The other thing that you were mentioning about the Dahmer situation where people just didn't report it because they thought it was normal. People forget how big normalcy bias plays into that kind of thing. It's like you see something that kind of like sets off an alarm in your head, but then the quote unquote rational part of your brain takes over. It's like, oh, well, that could just be a coincidence. It's probably not a big deal.
No, I
You
think that's
assume
cope.
things are normal
Cope.
because,
Cope.
yeah. Well, it's normalcy bias. You think it's, oh, well, I'm just imagining it.
Those people
When you might
died
not be.
because they didn't want to listen to their instinct. No, I'm just kidding.
I
I'm not
need to
gonna-
heal.
can I ask? I mean, not because has anything to do with anything, but can I ask what race were getting murdered the most? By
I think
Dahmer?
it was actually like I think black guys and minorities because I think he was just finding people in the most weird way. Like he would find like Mexican people that were like not speaking English or something and like offer them shelter, and like he would find like gay black people at the club and stuff. Like he was just
Oh,
finding
yeah,
little,
Dahmer, yeah.
yeah, he was just finding random ass people. Like there was no like actual bias. It was just he was just
Oh, so-
weird. Like he would just get
Okay.
people in the most weirdest situations, and they would just like follow him home for whatever reason.
Well,
And die.
it's people who were in vulnerable situations, and that's who abusers and serial killers tend to target in the first place.
Yeah, like someone who needs help or like
That's
someone
a
who's like
good.
kind of trusting.
Basically, killers have a good eye then as well. Like you have
Mhm.
to give that to
Yeah,
them.
they're predators.
You can see-
Absolutely.
Yeah, predators have an eye for people who are vulnerable. That's how people get abused.
Man. Oh, that's what I'm gonna turn on later. We're gonna watch like child like the predator catchers or whatever. That'd be kind of good. Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
okay,
watch
Predator.
those.
Yeah, that shit's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but it's
Hi,
pretty
I'm
funny.
Chris
Like,
Hansen. Why don't you have a seat right over there?
No, I'm not the new age ones with like Gideon and like predator poachers and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like they're
isn't
kind of funny
isn't
too.
isn't that illegal though? Or not illegal, but I read some. You're not allowed to actually do that.
It depends on the county you're in. Like Gideon actually does it the legal way. Like he like actually like went through like the legal handbook of like whatever county he's in and type thing. Like he literally
he
like
had
works with the
police, but
police.
I forgot what they're called. That like look into these cases. I think he had those on their sides as well.
I
Yeah,
think
it probably depends on your jurisdiction.
yeah, it usually depends on the county. Like a lot of counties react to them differently. You know, I know there's a lot of them that don't like the vigilante work, which is kind of fair. Like there's a lot of vigilante. Like bro, there'd be a lot of weird dudes you see doing vigilante work, like trying to be like pretend to be cops and like traffic, people, and they'd be flashing lights and stuff like that. That stuff is pretty common. So I kind of understand why they're like that now, but yeah, no, it's kind of
Well, and also there's a difference between like pure vigilantism and like working with the cops as a civilian. There's a difference
Exactly.
between those two.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think he's doing more of that. Like he's more or less trying to, because a lot of the times he presents the information to the cops in ways where it's like obviously he's still like doing the little kind of bait and switch thing or whatever. But that isn't illegal though. Like if they do that, that's out of their own free will. And again, they tell them all the time like you're allowed to leave if you want to, or you can kind of do whatever you want. But a lot of them end up kind of like speaking on it or like talking about it or whatever the case may be. But yeah.
Well, that's again taking advantage of human psychology. It's kind of the same thing as most security guards use, where they don't have the power to detain people, but because they have a uniform on and or like a weapon of some kind, people will assume that they can't leave.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same idea.
Yeah, but people got to know their rights, though, man. That's their fault.
Yeah, absolutely. Know your rights. It's like even when you're talking to the cops, it's like the one of the best questions is, "Am I being detained or am I free to go?"
Yeah, facts, because they have to state whether you are or not at that point. You know,
Mhm.
if you are being detained, then obviously you gotta do whatever they're saying. They got you for a valid reason. But if you're not, then yeah,
Mhm.
you're free to leave. You know, you don't really have to do
Yep.
anything. But again, I think people have to obviously play the situation too, because sometimes it just pisses cops off, and I feel like some cops can
Right.
definitely abuse their authority and just put you in ways that are just like time
Well,
consuming, right?
obviously,
Yeah,
there are bad cops, and there are cops that will intentionally say things that are misleading.
yeah,
So be respectful and be aware of your rights.
exactly. What's up, Spider? Man, I should have named it Chungus Harris, son. Nah, this is just one of the names I had a long time ago because I don't know why.
Shield.
Whenever when I first I don't want to say when I first got Alonzo Harris, but like basically when I was gifting, it would be funny because like we'd be when I was gifting or whatever, people would for whatever reason just be in the background talking about like Alonzo gift more. Like they would just spell my name wrong. And so I changed my name to that just because it was funny. But yeah, I had to pull this gym out. Alonso Horse.
Well, I think it's because of spelling differences between Portuguese and English. Like it's the same reason they spell me as MY instead of ME because of how the Y is pronounced in Portuguese.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, but I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm just like, I just think it's funny. You know, it's just harmless fun.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Hey,
No
man,
doubt about that.
I agree.
We're already at 12k HP, by the way. We're doing this pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm about to say Nightmare. How long does this usually take anyway?
Usually like 180 to 200 rounds, and I think we're on pace for that.
Think so?
It was 300 plus until we got Beauty.
300 plus is crazy. Yeah, he has a lot of health.
Yeah, honestly, Azrael's Beauty changed everything. I don't think that Smoking Shadow would have been nearly as doable without it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Like
he's kind of
there
busted.
is no chance that people would have killed him as many times as they did.
Yeah, it's kind of cool having those things in the game because like I like having. It's almost like have you played Elden Ring?
No.
Ah, okay. I would say like Elden Ring's super cool because it has like these little things in the game to where if you like look around hard enough, you can kind of find little things that are like help you kill bosses easier, right? Like there's like a
Yeah.
like morgue or whatever, like there's this guy or whatever, he's a boss. If you find these like shackles, you can use it in the boss room with him and it like shackles him to the ground and you can get like a bunch of health, you know what I'm saying? Like taken from him in that small instance. So it's like it's cool having
Well,
things that like help you out like that. I
you
think.
missed Shield.
Yeah, I did. It's all good.
Um,
You'll be all right.
yeah, well, I'm in favor of that kind of thing, and I like the stuff that they're adding. The reason that Mir doesn't is because he likes to gatekeep stuff.
Yeah. It's facts. Mirror be liking to use the stuff that no one else has. She's like, get
Yeah.
good. Skill issue. I
That
mean,
that is not me. Like that's one of the reasons why I released CacBot is because I want people to have access to that.
yeah, I want people to have access to it that were like if you're around at the time and you're playing, then I feel like you deserve to have access to it, you know? Type
Mhm.
of thing. I've always been favorable. I don't really like gatekeeping stuff. But I think obviously I've been on the other end of it. I'm probably a little biased where I've been playing a game and just didn't have the money to buy those things, and then I'm like, oh man, you know, like it sucks. Like I would buy it if I had the money to buy it, type thing. But yeah, no, I think that'd be sick. I think that's definitely the next step. Like I think having that kind of spark of like people interested in the boss, I think kind of showed what people kind of prefer more. Like the PvP grinders will always be there, and I think that should be treated as like the ranked mode, you know, for the people that really take
Mhm.
PvP serious or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, you know, scrap up, you know, do your thing or whatever. But I think for the people that kind of just want to take the more cosmetic route, like I want to kind of dress up, you know, like look fresh or whatever, you know, kill some bosses, get some rewards. I think this is kind of the way to do it. And then you still can kind of be creative because once you kill the nightmare boss or whatever boss enough times, you get a full set of cores. You can kind of run builds differently, right? Like I was talking to Mir, I'll be like, it'll be cool if you can have like double focus builds be like viable in a nightmare boss now, just because you know you have the right cores. Like, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I think with plus 300 on defense, it definitely would be. Against easier bosses, it already is.
Yeah, that'd be fun, man. That'd be super fun. Like it almost feels like
That's
a
that's
game.
why like they added these cores for like Nightmare Shogoth and Nightmare like Night Wraith and stuff like that. It's like, okay, that's cool, but it's already easy as it is. So
Yeah, yeah. It's like make the hard bosses like I like the idea of making it super hard in the beginning on first release, kind of like Shadow, right? Like you drop it as
yeah,
hard as it can be. You know, whoever beats it in the first week beats it, and then afterwards you just start dropping cores or like other things to make it easier, and let other people get in on it, and then yeah, you just kind of keep it going. Bro, I'm excited,
yeah,
bro. I really think the content this year from this game is gonna be so sick because I think like Night Wraith actually has a group of people he like trusts a lot now on both scales. Like balancing, but like also like on like what content could work for the game and like what content would really be like viable, right?
I
Like,
need a heal.
Do you need a heal? Do you need it? No.
Yes.
Guys, like don't play around with me, man. Let me wasting my time,
Um,
brother.
and I noticed that there wasn't there wasn't one E shield is good right here.
Got you.
There weren't cores released for Nightmare shit smoking, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, maybe just because it was like easy right now. Maybe they'll probably release it later. What's up, Waffle? How you doing, big dog?
It's not easy though. Like he's one of the harder bosses. I would say he's the second hardest boss behind Azreel.
Mm. Maybe they want to just test it out first, see if how people get interested in it, and then go from there. Rewards level
Woo,
100
513.
help the next 500 plus boss release. Wait. We need a 500 plus round boss with some cool rewards only awarded for 2020 completion. That would be kind of cool, huh?
How about no?
Wait, what do you mean? I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that kind of appeases both sides, right? Like, because then you kind of have you have the
You said
aspect of
500 rounds. Are you mad?
well something crazy, like basically saying something crazy to where if you do beat it once or you do just something crazy with it once, right? Like you get a reward that's basically helps you save time in the future, right? So like a new
He
boss comes
said
out.
20 out of 20.
Yeah, 20 out of 20 completions. You beat it 20 times.
Yeah, no. Let me tell you from experience that doing a 500 round boss is absolute hell, and there's nobody on Earth who's going to do it 20 times.
Not even you, Cactus. No.
There's a reason that neither Mir nor myself had 20 Nightmare Azrael kills.
That's fair.
we're like some of the most dedicated boss fighters in the game, and we didn't get it.
That's fair. Just woke up. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Okay, yeah, maybe not 500 rounds, but I get the concept, Spider. I get the concept. I see what you're talking about, man. I see the vision. Do you need a heal here?
If I don't heal myself in that kind of situation, then yes, I need a heal.
I don't know, I'm just messing with you. Oh, you do it once and then it keeps getting faster for new bosses? Oh, you mean like a universal type of thing? Like maybe they have like a mission chain, right? And they call it like the nightmare or something. And then like you have like a set of cores that's like universal, universal gives you stats or something.
That was my original idea for the Nightmare cores, was to make it locked behind the Knight's Nightmare Blitz chain, but there were some issues with that.
Mm. That's fair.
We eventually settled on the idea of boss drops instead, specific to each boss.
Really on select bosses, yeah. Like, oh, it could be like a time limit boss or something, or like maybe you have like the boss in a pool. It'd actually be kind of cool if they had it like on a like a cycle, like every week. Certain bosses were like the easiest for that, so you can like farm certain bosses over and over and over again. Like, cause I'm
I've
trying to think of
I've heard some boss ideas in the past, but the trouble is getting this stuff implemented.
Yeah, I just feel like it has to be in the realm of like what he's already done before,
Yeah, because we don't have Spider to help, and we need Spider for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to get it there though if we really can inspire the because like I think what Night Wraith can do is drops and then he can draw stuff. So it's like I was even talking to him about it and he was like he wanted to basically talk about it later when they're done with the gifting stuff more in detail or whatever. But I think it would be kind of cool if you can have a system of just like weekly kind of like sets or something, or monthly sets that are kind of like you get just through like doing different things, or like almost like, because like rival is kind of, again, like obviously there's a battle pass, but there's like a free pass that kind of comes out every now and then, and like you get like cool skins and like different tokens and stuff in the game. Like it'd be kind of cool if they had just like a general like I don't know, fighters pass or something, where it's like you just complete 200 battles in general or something like that, and then you get, you know, weapons, and then every 200 battles after that you get, you know, the corresponding weapon to that set. And you know what I mean? Like it having kind of like little like weapon things that are actually like good though. Again, they can't just be like throwaways, right? Like they have to be like good things that people actually want. But having those like kind of little things.
So the thing is, I'll tell you right now, cosmetics are not what people do battle passes and buy promos for. It's the cores.
Right.
That's what it's always been about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be free. That's what I'm saying. The cosmetic stuff would be free. It would just be more or less like something to do and have. Because again, like everyone likes having that one random item you can kind of pull out, right? That not many people have. You know?
Even beyond that, though, Night Wraith has been expanding his capabilities recently. Like the whole, like the Beast Bot thing, that is a completely unique kind of ability in that there's never been something that applies an effect to both the user and the target before. That was something he just figured out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's super cool, but the whole thing is, I think when things get too unique just for battle purposes, people complain about it. And that's the thing. Like that's why I thought the Doombringer bot was one of the most unique things I've seen in years from the game, and I thought it shouldn't be touched just because, again, yes, it was strong, but again, it was a strong back and forth, right? Like it could rather really propel you forward, or really can shoot yourself in the foot. You know, like depending on how you use it.
That's the thing is, when you have really powerful abilities like that, people will eventually find a way to exploit them so that the risk to themselves is minimal to none. And that's exactly what happened, which is why I had to get nerfed.
No, I don't think. I mean, because again, you could just throw on salve, or even I was finding mad creative ways to counter that shit. Because again, even if they used it first and then you had a shield, like a max shield or something, like that's what Cyber Hunter was low key kind of good. Because if they use that on me and then you pop whatever I think it's adaptive armor, you pop that on, it doesn't apply. You know what I mean? So I basically get, like, if I have 150, 200, you know, defense I'm getting from that or whatever, that's 200 extra defense or health I just got now. And it's like, it's already such a close thing where it's like, a lot of times when it's getting used, you know, it's a close margin. Unless it's like, unless it's like at the very end of the game or something like that, then it's like, yeah, you know, obviously they got 500 health, you use that, then yeah, you're going to die. But it's like, by that point in time, you're probably going to die anyway, you know? Like, I don't think it's that busted in that type of situation. I think it's more busted if it's like turn 2, they use it and they have something that can kill you for 1,000 health and you really can't do anything about it. But again,
again, it's when the thing is used.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say, I think just like anything else, there's a counter to it. So it's just like, hey, if somebody are running that, you run.
There's a counter to it that. Let me talk, dude.
It's my bad.
There's a counter to it, but the problem is the counter effective in general, or is it just a niche thing that counters one specific build? And that's what you run into a lot, is yes, there can be counters for that specific kind of build, but they aren't more useful generally, and so people aren't going to use them because it's a prisoner's dilemma type of situation, right? Ooh.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, god damn it.
I got the armor core, I think. Nightmare Azreel guard. Is that what it is?
Oh, okay, you got the good one. I got the gun one. That one's shit. Alright, well, you're switching to Tactical Mercenary now.
I'm hecka weak. Do I have to?
Yes, because you're the one who got the armor core. I don't have it.
It just says absorb damage from Nightmare Azreel.
Actually, check if you can equip it, because apparently those are bugged right now.
I can equip mine.
Oh, alright then.
So I need to switch now?
Yeah, so you're going to have to go Tactical Mercenary, because I didn't get that drop.
Well, say, do you want to do Azreel again, or you want to do something else?
Well, we might as well task Azreel, because we got the really good core for it.
You think it'll be like a lot faster?
I think it could be, because now we won't have to worry about defenses as much. I wish I had gotten the primary core, but the gun core at least will add something.
All right, I'm trusting you. I need to start. I want to farm Dage. I want to start getting Nightmare gear, man. Nightmare gear actually is kind of fire.
Let's see.
All right, so you want me to go attack mercenary now?
Yeah,
All right, you gotta tell me what the build is. Actually,
I can do that.
Did Mir leave? Mir left us?
Oh yeah, no, he left a while ago.
Oh. This is why Mir is racist. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. I do agree with you though, Spider. I think we're in for a treat though. I think Night Wraith is in a peak, bro. Like again, people have to understand Night Wraith was never really a coder or anything like that, right? But he's been steadily learning, I think. You know, and again,
Yeah.
like, I think with gifting also it pushes him to like a different limit each time where he has to kind of expand on things and kind of look through things. So it's like I feel like every year he kind of learns more about the game. That's going to be really cool. So I think this year,
For
like
sure.
seeing a bot like that, like kind of just shows you, like you said, like he's expanding on his capabilities, and I think we're going to be able to get some really cool stuff here soon. Hopefully, Artix just gives him some help, man. We just gotta support him until then. But yeah. All right, TLM, right?
Yep.
TLM.
Let me equip.
I don't know the. You gotta tell me the build. We're gonna throw the Afro on.
So it's 987 HP.
Nice.
117 tech, 34 support, and the rest on decks.
Wait. You said how much health?
It's 987.
987, and then what?
And then 34 support.
Uh huh.
117 tech.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And everything else on decks.
And everything else on decks, yeah.
Max.
For skills, you want max heal, max mineral armor, max reroute, and then all other points into tactical grenade.
You said reroute. Is it reroute or reroute? Or I guess it's the same thing, huh? It's just different action.
You can pronounce it either way.
Yeah.
Route.
Thanks. So it was like I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I literally had a moment for a second. I was like, bro, have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
But both are correct.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's kind of like either or potato.
I don't know anybody who actually says potato.
I think it's a southern thing.
That's crazy.
It used to be a lot more common. Most people say potato now.
Not cack sounding raspy. You love to hear it. Hello. Cack doesn't sound. He doesn't sound raspy.
For weapon stats, you want plus 34 dex, plus 60 tech. So I think max out tech for all but one of your items, and then max out dex for the remaining one. I think that's the right partitioning.
We'll throw on the Cactus special. You know what I'm saying? Where's your book at? Do I got your book on me? I don't think I do.
I don't think so. I think when I was handing those out, you weren't playing the game, so you didn't get on the list, unfortunately.
No, I got your book. I just didn't have it on me.
Oh,
yeah, you gave it to me. Mayor, I was one of the first persons that asked when you came, because at first you said no, and then you were starting to give them out again. You're like, all right, I'm like I slid you one. I was like, oh
yeah.
So I appreciate you, Cactus. You know what I'm saying? My N-word. Yeah, you're just gonna have to accept that. I mean, you already know what's up. You play EPICDUEL, so you kind of already have a card. No,
I just want to get all these bosses max. You know what I'm saying?
I
I honestly don't have that many left. I've got 6 Nightmare Guardian, 11 Aka, 13 Azreel, 16 Adge, and then 17 for Pumpkin Lord and Luthiel
Sheesh.
remaining.
That is a lot.
It's a decent amount, but if we can get these cores, it'll go a lot faster.
You're gonna make me your official partner? Huh?
I mean, either you or Mir.
That's fair. Mir's awesome.
Mir is good at bosses, for sure.
Yeah, last night when we did Akka, I felt so bad because I was throwing pretty hard, and he was just like super chill about it. And he's like,
Aka is really easy though.
No, it was just my first nightmare boss. I didn't really, I mean, not my first one, I guess, but like I don't really do nightmare bosses like that. So I was like, I just kept forgetting like what to do type thing, and I'll be like, okay, well, I don't really have anything to do, and you do the wrong thing, and yeah. Sorry, okay, wait, hold on.
So I want to see what kind of damage he deals when you just have your shields on, because if it's not that much, I can justify hardly shielding at all and just going all in on damage.
All right, hold on. Let's say, you said everything on tech and then whatever else on dex, right?
Yeah, except for one weapon. I think your gun, you want to max out dex.
Okay, for sure. And then let's see.
So yeah, you should get plus 34 dex and plus 60 tech out of that.
Yeah, facts. All right, so supremacy, you got NPC Feast of Flesh, right?
No, use Infernal Fortitude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the idea again is shield staggering. So you don't want to use roots and IF back to back. You want to make sure that you always have one of the two up at all times. So you have to wait one turn and then use the other one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll just tell me what to do. So
Well, this is why being the tactical mercenary is important, because you have to know how to stagger those shields. And there may be situations where you can't use it because you have to heal or whatever, so you have to plan for that.
You never know.
But
the core could make it easy. You know, I could have got lucky.
Well, right, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I want to see.
What do I run on the Ox? On the Ox core? Does it matter?
You can just do improbability gate. It doesn't really matter.
Alright, and then like fortitude or supremacy or whatever on it?
Fortitude is probably better.
Fortitude. Who came up with these core names, by the way? Were you a part of that at that era? They started
Not the stack cores now.
Okay. Do I even have improbability gate on? I guess it doesn't really matter. We're gonna use Ultra. We got Beauty. Okay. Beauty, Fortitude. Do I run any Sea Kings on armor? For my primary?
No, you want roots.
Lonnie taken? Yeah, facts. Wait, hold on. Pause. Wait a minute. Wait. I don't know if that's the right terminology I want to use. No, I'm just kidding. Do I use what do I use on gun? I'm using energy shot, revolver,
Throne shot.
Okay, just in case.
You probably won't need it, but it's good to have just in case.
All right. I think we're good. We're looking hip. See this cactus? You wish it afro like this, huh? Should have afro is
sorry. This guy is like, oh bro, can you check me blood?
I find your lack of cacti disturbing.
I find your lack of cacti disturbing.
Yeah. Had to get one time for the stream. All right, you ready?
Give me a sec. I need to figure out what this guy wants.
Can't believe I'm repping more Cactus than you are, man. Crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm lazy. I don't change out the cores on my gear.
Yeah, I noticed that actually, which is actually kind of respectable, okay. Like, dang, you really got some people that have been in your clan for 1,000 days and still has not came back yet.
Yeah, my faction is super dead.
Man.
Oh, I gotta promote this guy.
You still have more influence than me, which is crazy. You got 3, bro. You have almost more influence than my whole faction just by yourself.
Yeah, I've been playing this game for a while, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know. I mean, I'm playing it for a while too, but I haven't been that committed like you were. And put it, how many jug wins do you have nowadays anyway?
90K.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You got problems. You know that? Anyone ever told you that, Cactus? No. Yeah. That's Grand Emperor on jug wins only.
Yep.
Man.
All right, I'm in.
Hey, Cactus is committed though. You can't even knock it. All right. Times 2. We're farming nightmares. What is this? It just says absorb damage from nightmare. It didn't give me any stats or anything. Does it not work?
Yeah. So yeah, it works. It's kind of the same idea as the cores for Nightmare or Titan.
Oh, they're just like invisible, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm not going to use shield here. I want to see how much damage gets done with just roots on. Oh my god.
Is that good?
Bro, this is so cooked.
Is that good? I don't know. I don't know if that was regular or not. Hey, look, you put more strength on then.
Yeah, like, oh my god, dude, this is gonna be so easy.
Should I put on another shield?
Yeah, just use Fortitude.
That's OP. Nah, you can't say that. Then they'll start nerfing it. It's bad. It's average. It's okay.
Oh my god, dude.
It's okay. Stop. We're recording. You gotta stop this. They're gonna nerf it. It's mid.
You remember that I'm on the balance team.
No, it's mid at best. No. Forget your vows. I gotta get my 20 wins very fast. Aren't you like the only person on the balance team at this point? I mean, like pretty much you and Mir for free.
No, there's a few people.
Like who?
Well, I'm not gonna name names.
Why not? Shouldn't this be public information?
Because that's how people get spammed in their DMs.
Man. Let's say, does Bomb even still do anything?
Huh? No. Not at all.
That's tough. The head tester, huh? I think
Yeah, we are the testing team at this point.
bro, we should take a vote for that. I think you should be head tester, bro. Why isn't Cactus head tester? Cac for head tester.
Well, the problem is if I officially get the tester role, that means that like I can't compete in certain things. I can't like I have to like toe the line of AE and stuff like that.
Trust me, I know. I know. I usually, I dislike
No
that very much. But you're pretty. I mean, you're pretty tame as it is, you know. So I can. But then again, actually, no, I take that back. When you rage, you are on a different level. So let me.
So okay,
Kind of fair.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Go ahead and die. We're gonna reset real quick.
What? Why?
And I'm gonna change my build because.
Oh, you think you can go like kill it faster type thing? Just going stronger?
Yeah, I can go for way more damage.
All right, changing servers.
All right. Let me just die real quick. Oh my gosh, the animations are so much faster when there's only one person in here.
Yeah, one connection.
Well, it's also the lack of animations.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of which, I need to turn weapon animations off.
Yeah, for your lack of cacti disturbing. I feel like that saying and like I forgot to water my house plants, like my two favorite like sayings I've gotten from Epic Duel. No cap.
Wait, what's the other one from?
Lee from James's Twitter.
Oh,
That was James's Twitter bio for like mad years. And I thought it was just mad funny because like I remember when he first did it a super long time ago, and then I took my break from ED or whatever because I was, going through it for like a good year. And then when I came back, it was still the same bio, and I was like, yo, I don't know. That just I don't know, it's funny. Forgot to water my house plants. Maybe it's just because I can picture James like saying that in chat. Maybe that's why I find it so funny, but yeah. Alonzo, try and go some damage as well because it is the same like Titan cores. You do a lot of damage back from the absorbed one. Oh, I do a lot of damage back from the absorbed one, huh? Okay. Maybe I was working in the barb grenade. So I'm gonna say I'll probably try and do that every now and then. Let me know when you're done. Mr. Lucid Dreamer. How you been though, Lily? Laggiest founder armor? I'm Hekuy. I don't think my armor's that laggy. Especially when I turn off the animation. It still looks kind of cool without it. I kind of like it without the animation. It's very fun. Bro, Fade's weapons are sick too, man. Like,
okay.
There's so much good stuff.
I think this will work because so the thing is, if I'm not shielding you, that means that the threshold for him attacking me, HP wise, is a lot lower.
Oh, so you're just gonna max plasma and maelstrom? So he runs out.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how this goes. Also, we need to redo this.
What if you just maxed out tech? Oh, but you don't want to get like.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, I should do that. You're right.
You got like 400 dex. Yeah. You're gonna need that high if you have that much.
Yeah, so let me max out my tech boosts.
Especially life still too. Like you probably should be getting a bunch of health back.
Well, the reason that I have Mania on level 5 is to minimize the technology requirement. All right, I'm in.
I changed my name again. All right, ready?
Yep.
Mercenary is probably one of the coolest names I got. I got a few cool names.
Oh, that's right. You can change for free now.
Yeah, well, if you have the name, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll still want to use roots and IF, but I'm just gonna spam. Oh my god, that still does like no damage. That sucks.
Yeah, 166. He has a lot of defense, man. Ouch.
Yeah.
I'll heal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you don't. Oh. Okay, so this is kind of unfortunate because what is it? Your armor slot is taken up by the shield core. You don't get nano steel armor.
I mean, I didn't have nano steel armor last time either.
Well, you were blood mage last time, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, but say, did you? No, I'm saying the first time though. The first time, like last build or whatever. I mean, I guess I didn't get hit by crits though, but I don't think the crits are gonna be that bad.
You'd be surprised.
At least that's some backdraft.
Let me see how much Maelstrom does. So wait a turn for Infernal Fortitude before you use it. 353.
It's not bad.
I wonder how little HP I can get away with.
Oh, to put up more, so he won't attack you, type thing. Probably like I'd say anything
Yeah,
about 2K
because
they usually work it with like, like those type of numbers.
I don't know.
You probably could go like 2100 and then max out. Just put everything on 10.
Ooh! I actually got more than 30 damage on my sidearm.
Man. Oh, the max. Whatchamacallit? Oh, maybe physical is the way to go. Maybe just.
Well, he has equal defenses, but
oh
yeah, no, I should switch my weapon polarities for sure, so that I have E damage. So he does a P shield. I should do that.
I think we're doing good though. Yeah, I say you'd probably go down to like 2000, 2100.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to force P shield actually.
Did you want to restart again one more time, or?
Yeah, let's reset one more time. I'm gonna go down to 2000 HP or pretty close and see if he ever switches. I don't think he will, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll just throw everything else on tech.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
Just max
I
tech
died.
and he'll never attack because your resistance will be highish.
That's true, actually. Yeah, the more resistance I have, the less likely he is to attack me.
Oh yeah, that should work. That should work out. Where you at, Cactus?
I'm still redoing my build.
Bro, I look fresh. I would disable custom colors, but I turn out white. Look at this. Look at that. Actually doesn't look that bad. I'm just white.
No, you're not.
No, I'm talking about with the default colors. Dang, Cactus wanted to make it known, man. It just let you know, like, don't you ever ever try to pretend.
All right, man.
Boy. It's tough.
All right.
Not sus Cactus. All right, man. It's kind of crazy. I got the defense core for this from like Nightmare Azreel first drop.
Ooh.
Bro, I've been missing out, man. Farming's fun. You said wait for
one turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that bad. It's just that I'm white. Lonnie 2025. Yeah, that's that's bad. I might.
What you trying to say?
I'm about to say they're gonna put me on a Black Panther Twitter. as an ad. That's tough. Hey, Twitter has been crazy these last few months, though, man. Like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
I don't even have that yet.
Either side. Doesn't matter what you are.
I didn't change my weapon type. Well, I'll have to deal with it, I guess.
Yeah, we're not restarting again. Fuck that.
No. Also, he stopped using shields once he's below 70% HP, so Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Barb still is decent damage, honestly.
Facts.
Yeah, and you notice that he's not attacking me, even though my HP is lower.
Yeah. I think we've cracked the code, man. Nightmare Azreel easy. Does he start with 55? He starts with 55k health, right? Oh, 56,000.
Yeah, 56k. 56666.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say the number, you devil worshiper.
Hey, I'm not the one who decided that.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, they probably did. I mean, I guess he is supposed to be like, isn't Azrael supposed to be like the devil low key in this world? Or this game?
It kind of, I guess. I don't know.
Some sort of devilly figure. I don't know. Some sort of demon.
So 200 non-rage. That's not bad, honestly. Considering he has 650 HP or 650 defense.
I mean, we've already been through like 3k health.
Uh-huh.
What turn is it so far? It's only round 10, bro. That's crazy.
So 300 damage, so we say 300 damage a turn on average. And that would make it
Like
oh yeah, no, it's still kind of bad. What the hell?
It's like 100 turns.
No, 188.
Oh, dang. That's tough.
I gotta optimize my damage better, I think.
Yeah, I think you gotta use poison like on repeat though too.
That's well, I'm gonna spam it off cooldown, but woo!
458. So
that's not bad. So the problem for you is going to be energy because I'm not using my shields anymore. So I'll have to use Sea Kings on you more often.
Well, no, but say the reroute should give me some energy like every now and then.
It gives you some, but not enough to justify your energy needs.
Yeah, but say Sea Kings is still gonna help for sure. But I just have to make sure I don't use tack like off cooldown.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm gonna save it for rage. I'll probably just use like gun or ox or something. Probably ox because I like how they did nerf the auxiliary damage. That was a big thing for me. Like that made no sense.
Yeah, that was needed. But having some damage boost is still good.
Oh yeah. I like the idea of having the boost on there, but just having it literally be the exact same, like with reroute was like, bro, like
yeah.
You literally just gave Mercenary like the Walmart version and then just gave TLM the Wagyu. Like what the heck? Oh, I just said I was gonna use that on Rage and I just used it now. It's tough. I mean we're going, you know what I'm saying? 6k health. It's not bad.
No, we're going pretty fast.
Yeah, it's only around 16. We're getting faster. We're optimizing.
Mm-hmm.
I like this too because it makes the streams like longer. I feel like when I do 1v1s, it's kind of hard for me to like talk and play. So it's like I just get burnt out kind of fast after like an hour or two. But like bosses, it's kind of like you're having the regular conversation and just going back and forth. Yeah, but say how you been though, Cactus? But say I know the last time you're kind of going through it.
Yeah, I'm doing better now. Still trying to find a job, but I've been keeping myself busy.
Oh dang! I didn't even know you could talk. You can tell me that later. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that.
But I've been doing an analysis project recently. So you know what the Ghost Runner rule is in baseball?
I feel like it sounds familiar, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
So it was a rule that was implemented in 2021 where if a game goes to extra innings, then each team automatically starts with a runner on second for free. So the idea is to shorten games that go to extra innings. It did that. The problem is that it's not balanced like you think it would be, because you're thinking, okay, well, both teams get that advantage, so it's even, right? Well, no, because
first. Yeah.
well, no. So in theory, like from a theoretical perspective, the win probability is the same. But think about what would have happened without the Ghost Runner. So here's an example. So this was a real game from a few weeks ago. So it's Blue Jays versus Red Sox. Red Sox are the home team. By the way, make sure you manage your shields.
Yeah.
So Red Sox are the home team. It goes to extra innings, tied 1-1. So the Blue Jays start with a runner on second because that's the rule, and they get a single that scores the run, and then nothing after that. So the half inning ends. Blue Jays are up 2-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to the bottom of the 10th. The Red Sox start with a runner on second, but they can't get anything going. It's strikeout, ground out, strikeout. The game ends and the Blue Jays win. But without the Ghost Runner, there wouldn't have been any scoring at all because it just would have been a single, but there would have been no runner on second. So the game would have gone to the 11th inning. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at every game that went to extra innings, figuring out what would have happened without the Ghost Runner, and reevaluating the standings based on the win probabilities to determine how many games teams actually would have won that year. And it turns out there are multiple teams that either would have made or missed the playoffs that wouldn't have otherwise.
So you think literally that basically saved some people's like season type thing, that rule?
Literally, so it's a probability distribution. So it may have swung by several games in either direction, but the most likely scenarios that I've come up with suggest that the outcome of the season would have been different.
Did he take off my roots? Does he have torment?
No, it just ran out.
Oh, it was weird.
So again, you have to be careful not to use the shields one after the other.
Yeah, you have to like stall him.
And you just did the thing.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, so the best way to keep track of your shield cooldowns is to click on them when they're grayed out. It'll tell you how many turns of cooldown there are left.
Yeah,
If it says there's 4 turns, that means you just used it.
yeah. No, I can see the bar and stuff. It just forced to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotta be paying attention.
Facts. It's hard to do that. That's the hard thing about these bugs. Such a long thing to pay attention to without having my thumbs like, okay, like if I'm playing regular games too and I'm having my thumbs like involved in everything, it's a lot easier. But yeah, I feel like when
Bro, you should feel lucky you weren't fighting bosses in 2018. Have I ever showed you that screenshot of me and Riley fighting Nightmare Charfade when she first came out?
No, how long was it?
Hold on, let me see if I can find that screenshot.
I mean, we're going through pretty fast though. About to say we're at like 16k health so far.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad so far.
Okay, that was a long attack.
Yep, here it is. I found it. Here, I'll DM you. There you go. That was from 2019.
Dang. That is a long time.
Look at the round number, though.
You sent it to me on Discord?
Yeah.
I don't don't think. It took 1,000 rounds. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And that
Oh.
not the whole story because there was no brace in those times, and we had to avoid giving you too much energy, so we skipped half our turns.
Sheesh.
It took us 6.5 hours.
That's a long time. That's a
Yeah.
stupid long time.
Yeah, it was absolutely brutal, but that was the strat that you had to use.
Yikes! It sounds painful.
There were faster strats, but they were way more risky.
Yeah, I'm glad I waited. You got
Yeah. Like, Rex changed everything in terms of boss fighting.
you got that. Not for me. I'm gonna root here because I'm hoping you have a heal.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Oh, you didn't heal me. I do have a lot of defense on though. I'll be alright.
Honestly, you probably don't even need energy shield, but
Just in case.
yeah, just in case. Oh boy.
That's not good.
Yeah, so
Uh,
don't use any shields. I'm gonna have to heal. And hope that he stops attacking.
yikes.
Nope, we're fucked.
Yeah, why is he attacking you now?
Because you had too much defense.
Do I still have too much defense?
Not anymore, but now I don't have enough HP, so he's going to keep attacking me. It's a balance between defense and HP, so we're fucked. We can't get me enough HP. We're going to have to do another attempt.
No, we got this. We
No, it's over. We can't do it.
But what if I give you a shield? Oh, I meant to do that to you.
Yeah, you can't root yourself, or you can't root other
You
people.
don't have a heal. You don't have Revy, Cavi. You don't have Cactus. No, you can't. You can't do this to me. I have heal. I have heal next turn.
Well, you don't have enough energy for it. It doesn't matter. This is over.
But you gotta block.
So for next time, don't use energy shield. Just use IF and
roots.
And roots. Yeah.
What if I solo him?
Theoretically, with that boss core, you probably could solo him, but it would take forever.
No, it wouldn't. Do I try for the stream?
If you do, I'm finding another partner.
No, you can't. Why did you leave? You should have stayed in.
Because I'm not sitting there for like an hour and a half while you do that.
It's not an hour and a half. I wish Beauty had a.
Yeah, in all honesty, you probably could solo him now that that core is there, but it would take way too long.
Man, this is like a. I mean, I guess you could like start it and then just have someone leave. That would be kind of a cool video. Soloing Nightmare.
Well, that's what Machion did for Nightmare Dage.
I might do that one of these days.
It took him 1,500 rounds.
Yikes. How long is that? Do a 24-hour stream soloing Nightmare Azreel. All right. Damn, that's tough.
So yeah, you probably could solo these bosses, but because of how much HP they have, it's not worth doing.
It just take forever type thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. I wonder what my rating now anyway. I'm actually killing bosses, man. I'm about to get up on the rating leaderboard, dog.
And I switched my damage type, so now he should use P shields.
Dang. I saw it's go like Nightmare Titan, Legendary Caden, Legendary Vault Sim, Dark On, Pumpkin Lord, Nightmare Pumpkin Lord, Agitator, Nightmare Agitator. I've been killed regular Azreels, Legendary Akka, Luthiel, Nightmare Luthiel, Administrator 11, like King Alaric. There's so many bosses I haven't killed.
There's a lot of bosses in this game.
Oh, Nightmare Azrael's Guardian. No, I haven't done that either.
That one's not too bad. The damage is really high, and he can remove your buffs, but his defenses are super low. So it goes pretty quick.
Man, all right. So all you think this is gonna take, and I don't know if I have another full attempt in me at this point. I think I do. No, I can't. We can't. It's all right. We got this. All right. This is probably the last one though. After this one, unless you want to try well, I mean, you're farming for cores, huh?
I'm ready when you are.
All right. I'm in there. Let's get it. We got this.
Let's get it.
All right.
Yeah,
so
boy.
Don't use energy thing. Got it.
Yeah, don't use energy shield, and I won't use Feast of Flesh. If you need energy, I'll just do Seeking.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah, you did the thing, Alonzo.
It's hard not to do that. You know?
Gotta resist the temptation.
Yeah, you need to get this core too, so we can just run focus and just like murder him.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Or the primary core, because that's plus 400 instead of plus 200.
Dang, I got the primary core on Akka. It's plus 400 on all of them, or
For primary attacks. It's plus 400 for primary, plus 200 for gun and Augs. Which is why I want the primary one.
And it does the Nightmare cores only work for Nightmare, or is it just the boss in general?
Just Nightmare.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that'd be kind of cool if it was like like it worked on all the bosses.
That would make the solo bosses too easy.
That would be fun. Like stuff like that's cool though. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to feel rewarded after you like went through it and it gets easier. You know what I mean?
I mean, there are already fast strats for basically every solo boss, so
yeah. But I'm just saying it'd be cool if they actually had like it. You know, I'm trying to go in there like legendary Akka or something after I kill him enough times to be able to like kill him in like 15 turns or something. You know, like I think that'd be cool. That'd be dope. Like nightmare bosses, obviously it should still take a while, but legendary bosses would be cool if you can like stack buffs or something.
There's a limit to how easy you should make bosses, even after killing the dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude, pay attention.
I forgot.
Clearly.
Maybe I'm trolling. Maybe I'm doing it on purpose. We'll be all right regardless. I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. I'll take that. It's all right. I'm hanging in there. Easy. Light work. Oh, see, it was a one turn. It was a turn difference. Oh no, it's not. No, because it only be one turn.
Why are you using support boost?
Why not?
I mean, what does it do?
What doesn't it do? It gives me life still.
Yeah, but how much damage are you doing?
A lot.
Okay, show me.
When I get my rage,
Wow, nice 30 damage
when I
there.
get my rage barb grenade, I'll show you. Hello. What's up, Jay? What do you mean sus Lily? Lily's not sus. Lily's the
Was imposter is sus.
Lily's the unsussest person I know. What if we do an epic duel Among Us? I think there'd be some real
How would
people
that
that
work?
would shine. Like, what do you mean? We just get people in an epic duel to download Among Us and we just play in the server.
Oh, you mean people from Epic Duel playing Among Us?
Yeah. What do you think I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about an Epic Duel event that is like Among Us.
Hello. Yeah, I just hide
That would be funny, but I don't know how it would work.
Start killing people. Yeah, that would actually be kind of funny. I don't know how it would work, but yeah, that'd be kind of funny.
I haven't played Among Us in a while.
I didn't even know you played Among Us in general.
I played it a little bit.
Without me, Cactus, racist. Can't believe you right now.
Well, that was like it's been a long time.
Uh, uh, what am I gonna do here?
I don't know. Do you get barbed? Yeah.
Yeah, look at
Rage
that.
barbed is good.
Look at that. Yeah.
Good damage. It wasn't even a crit.
That's more damage than you'll ever do. No, I'm just joking.
I bet.
Nah, I already bet. Hold my beer.
Of course he uses shield right there. Bitch.
Only got $20 in my pocket.
I'm hunting, looking for a comer. This is fucking awesome.
That song was fire. We need more songs like that.
It's still fire.
Yeah, it is still fire. Thanks. I actually miss Malcolm Moore. I actually liked Malcolm Moore as a rapper.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I think him and Ryan Lewis like fell out, and then later they came back and dropped the album. Then it wasn't as like good. I think they still drop like singles every now and then, but I think he got more into like trying to help the community or whatever, opposed to
don't use
my shield.
Don't
Yeah,
use
I know Cactus. Gosh,
I'm just making sure.
man, freaking plant. You're a thorn. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't put on the sidearm core. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Worrying about me. Look at this. Look at this.
I mean, is that an invalid concern?
We're gonna get this damage. Watch this damage. Watch this life steal. No heal.
Well, you need to put roots on first.
Nah. I'm good.
No, you're not. You're gonna that other shield's gonna go out.
I'm risking it. I'm good. See?
Yeah, where did that get you? What happened to your life steal?
See? I'm fine. What do you mean? I'm still 500 plus?
You realize that the fact that you didn't have the shield negated all the good of the life steal, right?
No, it didn't. I had support on. What are you talking about? Are you talking about his physical shit? My Ox's energy. What are you talking about?
I'm not even gonna bother explaining the math.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Trust me, it didn't actually do anything.
It did more than you think. Okay. You're just being a hater. Just that simple.
Bro.
Hating on my damage. Love you too. Hope work's going good. I'm gonna put up my shield down. See?
Yeah.
See? And it works out for me now. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect timing. See, look, he didn't even want to touch me. He didn't even want to touch me, bro. I'm doing the same thing. Buff, because my rage is coming up. Not Cactus is getting annoyed. What do you mean? Cactus loves me. Me and Cactus go way.
I love you, but I don't like when you ignore obvious sense.
That's fair. You know I'm trolling though. Yeah, I'm a person of math. I'll never go into math. Look at that. +6 life steal.
Yeah, more like you're a person of meth.
Yeah. Never. That's tough. That's tough. All right, look at this. Look at this. +93. Bam, 465. Look at that.
That's a lot of damage.
Big damage. Big damage. You know what, Cactus? Why don't you play Borderlands? I could see you playing Borderlands.
I watched my brother play it. I don't really play shooters that much.
That's fair. I mean, that game is pretty much shooting. I mean, the abilities and stuff are really cool. Like, maybe you'd like Tina's better because I know Tiny Tina's is like more ability magic kind of based. Like, he does have guns or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would like the system just because like the percentages and like the attacks. It's really cool because you depending. I mean, almost like Epic Duel, right? Like depending on the boss you're fighting, you can throw on different like abilities and classes and like items and guns or whatever that make it easier or worse depending on your skill.
Right.
Plus, Borderlands 4 is gonna be sick. He just announced that September this year, man.
I can't believe there's gonna be a Borderlands 4.
Bro, the game is getting better, and that's it. Like, it's cool because all the games that are coming out now are getting remastered. Like at its time, it didn't really have the technology that could elevate it to like what it should be, for the genre. If that makes sense. But now they have the technology. Like that's why I'm super excited for like Gears of War and GTA 6. Like GTA 6 is gonna. I'm not even a GTA 6 bandwagon like that, but I just think the work they're doing, it always shows what like the bar is, Like and that hasn't really been pushed yet for like new age gaming. Like we really haven't really seen a company actually take the time to like go balls out and like go on a actual bender, if that makes sense, like and just take risk or whatever, because it costs so much money to make these games nowadays. But yeah.
Well, that's exactly why they don't want to take risks, is because they don't want to lose money. That's why everything's being remastered and remade and sequels and spin-offs, because they want to capitalize off of already popular IPs. That's how it works.
Yeah, no, and again,
That's the entertainment industry has worked for decades now.
Yeah, and I get that. I understand that completely. But I'm just saying, I think coming from the age of like 360, Xbox 360 in general, how it had so many like innovative games and so many like innovative like ways that really weren't too much like money projects, it was more like passion projects, right? Like I just think they have to kind of get back to that field if they want to.
Well, I agree, but that won't happen until their franchises aren't making money anymore.
That's happening now.
Once they stop making profits, they're going to have to start taking more risks.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing now, because a lot of their normal things aren't doing as good. And then you see things like Oblivion Remastered being like the most played game for like 2 months straight, right? Just because it's just unique, like it's just different. I think we're gonna see that, because I think like the Power World kind of incident wasn't really like good enough, just because it was kind of random, and then it's still kind
Power World was a ripoff of Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like innovative enough, I think. And like Oblivion was something that was already out there. I just think like them simplicity wise, taking it and just giving it a facelift and throwing it back out there, it kind of just shows the concept of games that gamers like want, right? Like we don't really want the complicated ass stories. Like the stories can be good or whatever, but the gameplay matters more, So I think we're gonna be heading towards.
Also,
that.
I'm looking at your armor. Your arm looks detached from your body.
Is that a good thing?
No, I just noticed that. What's up, Sam?
Was my curiosity got the better of me. I had to come check what was going on. You guys have been in here for ages.
We're fighting bosses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
I don't know if you read. I don't know if you read the design notes, but they just added anti-nightmare boss course.
Yeah.
Oh.
The builds are kind of fun now. Like you actually can like experiment with nightmare. Like you don't have to just use the same shit over and over and over, which is kind of cool.
You also do like
you got lucky. You got the best drop right off the bat.
Yeah, some cores do more damage, and some cores do make it so you take less damage.
Well, here's my thing with bosses, right? Any boss that takes more than 2 minutes to beat, I'm not even going to bother with.
That's fair.
That's most of them.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got none of the.
Oh shit. That's fair. And I mean, that's why I was talking to Cactus earlier. Like, I think it would be cool if they had like some sort of level where after you beat the boss enough times, like you just have some sort of cores that make it so you can like kill the boss mad fast, right? Like if I have everything from the boss already, like it'd be cool if I could just farm the boss just for fun, like just to feel good, you know?
Right. No, like I spent a while farming like Nightmare Dage, I think it was, like one of the first 2-player bosses.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, and it was taking us like almost 40 minutes to run. And at that point, I swore to myself, I'm never touching another one of these shitty bosses again, ever.
Yeah, it takes
it's
a
so
lot.
stupid, bro. Like this is epic duel. It's supposed to be like fast-paced, fun battles. You know, this is the most ridiculous, retarded, laborious, draining shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's kind of.
I don't know. Sounds like a skill issue to me.
I mean,
Cactus.
I get where he's coming from because it's just two sides of a different coin, you know, like.
It's nothing to do with the skill issue. If you take the exact same cookie cutter build that everybody else is using it to like 100% beat the boss or like 99% beat the boss, it's not a skill issue. It's I have better things to do with my life than play fucking 40-minute boss fights on an old dying Flash game.
Yeah, I was literally about to say it's literally just a time issue thing too.
Nah, man, you're just huffing that copium.
I'm actually
like this guy's like is he like trying to trigger me? I'm confused.
Yeah. I mean, he is the guy with 90k Juggernaut wins legit manual, so.
Which is exactly why I haven't taken him serious since I like first met him.
Yeah, I'm kind of insane.
Yeah, literally. I was gonna say that's kind of at least
yeah.
like what Mir would be like watching anime and stuff on the side. Like Cactus be like running math problems and shit in his head while he's playing.
Well, I mean, I watch when I'm jugging. I watch YouTube or I talk in Discord. I don't do that shit straight up.
Facts.
That would be like that'd be genuinely psychotic.
I'd be worried.
Yeah, that would be the kind of thing that actually drives you insane. Yeah. I'm not doing that.
I'd be worried about you as a human at that point.
I mean, I'm already worried about him as a human, but that's for very different reasons.
No, I'm not worried about Cactus.
You should be. Like he's gonna be on some fucking suicide hotline by in the next year.
Nah, Cactus is too calculated for that. He's rather like some like Jason Bourne type of dude who like goes out at night and like just beats up people type thing, or
his imagination.
Or he's literally just like again just harmless, like just be doing his own thing, like kind of just like he just whatever he likes. He just be doing his own thing. But the Jason Bourne situation is kind of I don't know, man. I could see it.
Cactus strikes me as somebody who's trying not to slip too far into nihilism, but is failing. That's basically my impression of him.
Honestly, that describes a lot of EPICDUEL players.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. We're all like on this nostalgia high. The world has become bleak and boring. Nothing is fun anymore.
Man.
It's true, though. Everything sucks dick. Like, everything sucks more dick than Kim K. I'm not even joking.
Yikes.
Damn.
Hey, she's a mom now, okay?
It doesn't mean she ain't a hoe.
Yeah, are you suggesting that having a baby makes you not a hoe?
No, bro, I can't even do that in this day and age, unfortunately.
Bro, like the only thing that happened was her pussy got even looser than it already is. That's about it.
I am streaming, Zam.
Oh shit! Well, you could have warned me about
my
this.
Bad.
Jesus, bro.
I thought we said it when we came in. My bad. My fault.
You're about to get demonetized.
Oh shit!
It's all good. But nah, I get where you're coming from though. There's a lot of moms at EDC right now that I probably don't think should be at EDC, but pop off.
Angie, lol.
Angie's not a mom.
I wish she had. I wish that Nightmare Azreel had more energy, not gonna lie.
Why?
Because then I could keep on cycling through all these OP attacks.
I mean, there's still a lot.
As it is, we're gonna drain him at like half HP.
Nah, I'd be more.
Right. Can I get a link to your stream?
Yeah, it's in the server. It's in the videos.
Yeah, go to the videos channel. It's there.
Thank you for literally repeating what Alonso just said, Cactus. That was super helpful.
You're welcome.
I love Samurai.
No, you're right. That wasn't sarcasm at all.
I'm such a helpful cactus.
Okay.
It's like the one cactus in the middle of nowhere that people just run into.
Bro, this is the cactus that Sokka and Katara got high on in fucking Avatar The Last Airbender.
Hey, yo. Hey, those cactus were kind of cactus. You actually know what type of cactus those cactuses were?
I have no idea, but like you get some people that have like genuinely tried doing it. Like there was this whole scandal about it because some kids that were living out in Arizona tried it and they got like super sick.
I could see that.
Damn.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah, kids are stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think kids are. It's kind of crazy when you think about how bored kids be nowadays. When it's like there's so much stuff to do, but kids just like
Right.
they're just bored because of social media. Like like they're just not entertained by that stuff because it's not as like thrilling as the things you're seeing.
Well, on the note of social media, there's also the problem with people like clout chasing and doing stupid shit for attention on social media.
What do you
That's a huge problem.
mean? I full-fledged believe that that kids like to ride trains in New York just for fun, and they don't do it for clout whatsoever.
Bro, I was 100% thinking about this the other day, and I kind of came to the conclusion that back when we were kids, yeah, we had to like wait to be able to do stuff. Like you knew that you were going out with your parents in like a week to go to the zoo or something. And you had like nothing else to do. You read books, you went to school, you talked to friends. You know, you had something to look forward to. So when it actually happened, you were enjoying it. Now you're just overstimulated all the time. So nothing is fun anymore. Nothing is exciting. There's nothing to look forward to.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah,
Dopamine receptors be fucked, bro.
Yeah.
I think what you're talking about is delayed gratification. It's not a thing that we teach our kids anymore.
No, that's called edging.
No, that's called yo. That's fair though. I think
that's a very Zoomer thing of you to say.
This basically all kids are like dopamine gooning the entire time. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, that's just kind of facts. Man, it's kind of like crazy too because you'll see online like there's literally like kids that be in classrooms and they be learning from like straight laptop AI. You know what I mean? Like they don't even have teachers
Fucking
anymore.
ChatGPT classroom edition is crazy.
Yeah, man, it's kind of weird to think about because it's like it seems like such a good idea on paper, but it's such a terrible idea, because again, you just avoid all social interaction.
Yeah. One thing that I've seen recently is that some schools are starting to go back to teaching the trivium. Are you familiar with that?
What's that?
So the trivium was basically it was an education style that was originated in England, where the foundational elements are grammar, logic, and rhetoric. And I think that's a good basis because you get all of the fundamental elements of learning. It's not those things are not necessarily useful like as applicable skills, but they're useful in terms of how to learn things.
Yeah, it like introduces you to it and helps people kind of figure out what path they want to go on type thing. Yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, one of the things that kind of deterred me from college in general was like coming out of high school and feeling like college was pretty much high school 2.0, but it was just like obviously teachers don't care as much and you have more, writing and like there's more like fluff, if that makes sense, but it doesn't really feel like there's like a different curriculum or like way of learning things or like it's even more like detailed per se. It's just like literally the same thing. You come here, here's the curriculum, here's the assignments, do this, you get a good grade, and there's that, but it's like you don't really learn.
College used to be for like legitimate scholars and people who were going into like very high level work. Now it's just another thing that you do after high school that you pay tens of thousands of dollars for some reason. And I can tell you from experience that the number of dumbasses in colleges is ridiculously high.
Man,
there's too many liberals in colleges.
I wouldn't even say it like that and make it a political thing. I just think there's too many people. I just think there's too many
I think
people
Zan is exactly right. I think
I'm not.
liberal arts degrees are the main problem.
I'm not going into the whole political.
It's the blue-haired, screechy beach whales.
No. Liberal arts has nothing to do with politics. It's a description of a certain kind of field.
I know, but I'm just saying again. When you say that in general, when you say that in general, it's going to be associated with that in general. It's an unfortunate world we live in type thing. I know what he was talking about, but I'm just saying I'm not going on that boat. I just think, generally speaking, there's too many people that, like you said, go to college just for the wrong reasons, right? More of it like, oh, it's just a thing to do, or it's just oh, my friends are going, we're going to this college together, X, Y, and Z, or it's just to get a piece of paper that like people say is going to advance you somewhere, but it really doesn't, unless again you have the drive to kind of do it. Like you go to college to get these tools, but I feel like a lot of these people don't even understand the tools they're getting, and then they end up with this bag of, it's like the set of tools that they just don't even really want in the first place, and they just collect dust.
Yep.
They just don't really.
Yeah, and well, and the fact that the fact that people are getting these useless degrees is a perfect exemplification of that. If you get a degree in like, I don't know, like dance theory, the only job you're going to be able to get is as a dance instructor or a professor of dance theory, and so the cycle just perpetuates itself.
Yeah, and like you said, I think that is a lot into both sides, because again, like obviously colleges are offering those type of degrees just for money, but like the people that kind of fall for it too, it's almost like the people that fall for like crypto scams or anything like that. It's like, bro, you went to a top 20 college, whatever, you paid all this tuition just to get a degree in dancing arts. It's like, okay, bro, like you kind of shot yourself in the foot. You kind of did that to yourself, in my opinion. But
the funniest part about people that go into that get those kinds of degrees, they're literally building up generational debt because they're never going to make enough with that degree to actually get out of debt.
Man, and they're gonna be doing some regular ass job just like they could have got out of high school. Like they even need to.
And that's the other thing is the fact that there's a combination type of thing. It's like everyone's going into student loan debt, but they wouldn't even be able to afford to go to college if it weren't subsidized. And the reason that it's subsidized makes tuition go up, and because tuition goes up, the amount you have to take out in loans goes up, and it just keeps on perpetuating itself in that cycle.
Yeah.
So it's a giant nightmare because costs are way higher than they should be, and people who wouldn't normally be able to afford it can suddenly do it, but they incur a whole bunch of debt. And these are 18-year-old kids that you're talking about taking on these student loans, not fully understanding what the implications are.
Bro, yeah, these people, like, I be hearing about some people that they be coming out of college stuff, they have the degree, whatever, like, oh, like, how much you have in debt or whatever. Like, oh, yeah, I'm like $200K in debt. I'm like, what the heck, man? Like, that's insane. That's normal. Like,
I went to a local college, which is still very good academically. I took out some loans, but after, I got a full-time job, nothing glamorous, but enough to pay off my loans, and now I have my degree and I have no debt.
Oh, that's lit. Yeah, you did it the right way, though,
Mm-hmm.
But most people aren't doing that, though, because
I think I did it the right way. I dropped out of school at 14 and never went back. I'm doing pretty damn well if I can't say so myself. Also, Alonso, you're an ass. You promised me a robot like ages ago, and it's not in my inventory.
You still haven't got it?
I check like every 3 days.
Oh, bro, you should just mention it, bro. I'll talk to him. Like, there's been so many people that have been asking me for things, and I've been waiting just because I've been trying to get like a set list. I don't want to like DM Night Wraith every day, and like have a different person.
I get it,
yeah. But no, I got you. I know there's been a few people I missed, but I just kind of been waiting for people to be like, yo, like again, like I didn't get my shit. Oh, I got you, bro.
Thank you. I mean, you're really generous, which is a nice change from the majority of gifters.
I try.
Yeah, gifters gatekeeping shit kind of sucks.
Bro, I was talking to James, and like he was saying that the only reason he's going to go for first in gifting every year is because he literally makes profit from selling his stuff, which is insane. So I was thinking of actually taking it this year.
It's so stupid. Like, I hate that he does that.
It's kind of hilarious, and it's pretty damn smart. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps the game alive to a degree, so it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean? It kind of is what it is. Like, even if he wasn't doing that, someone else would. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like he's like evil for it or anything.
Rather
like that.
James than some rando.
Him, Mando, and I think even Deep made profit off of that.
I don't know. You should be doing that on but anyways.
I'm not sure. I know it was at least James, but
I mean, whatever the situation, I just think it is what it is. You know, whoever it was or whoever it is, they're gonna probably keep doing the same. If it wasn't them, it'll be someone else. So that's the way I see it. Like, I just think there's not gonna be that many crazy people that are gonna be like, you know, like me or like others who basically want to just out of the goodness of their heart throw a couple grand for like an item in this game or something like that. You know, a lot of people are doing it for their own reasons. So, and again, it keeps.
yeah, about that.
What?
I'm kind of amazed that there's still as many people playing this game. Like it's pretty much stayed stable at like 70, 80 people like online at a time for years now.
Yeah,
I know.
Which is,
It's
I don't know,
just
it just doesn't make sense.
What's up, John?
Very dedicated core of people.
And then wait, you said you wouldn't. What were you gonna say, Cactus? You said you wouldn't say that or something like that?
Oh yeah, I was saying you said, there aren't many people who would spend thousands of dollars for items, and I'm just like, yeah, about that.
No, I'm saying out of the goodness of their heart, like just to be nice to the community type thing, you know? Like, oh, there's plenty of people that spend thousands of dollars. I mean, we see that, right? Like, but I'm just saying, like, there wouldn't be many people that would just do it just to like, okay, I'm gonna put my stuff back in game just because, like, there's not that many people on that that type of scale. Unfortunately, I wish there was, but you know, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, like there aren't very many Musashis out there.
Yeah, no, that guy was insanely generous. That guy didn't even ask for a gift either. He didn't even like he won and didn't even freaking ask for anything.
Did he quit?
I think he did get something eventually, but
I think he got something, but it was like it wasn't even like customizable type thing. Like he just got something just to kind of, you know, like say he got something.
Yeah.
I mean, he still plays. Like he logged on for gifting last year. I think there's a lot of people that just get upset with the community. I think because a lot of people. I mean, it's kind of fair though because there's a lot of pessimism and kind of like just negative. We'll say animosity towards like newer players or just newer people that come in general. Like even if you are being like nice or trying to be positive. And I mean, again, like look what happened to Paige, right? Like I thought Paige was one of the coolest people that came through in a minute, and you're already having a bunch of people that are just kind of like, oh man, like she's a catfish or something, or she's this or she's.
I've known Paige for years. She's always been cool. Not gonna lie.
Bro, she's chill. She's super chill. I'm like, bro, like we need more people like her around. And then it sucks seeing her leave because you know people are just annoying.
People think she's not genuine because she's too nice.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
People
let me tell you a little bit about Paige because I've known her for a while. Yeah.
I would say
I'm not
super ridiculously intelligent, like naturally, but she's also like really sensitive, and she had a rough as fuck childhood. So that's why she's nice because she doesn't want to be a bitch to everybody else like people were to her when she was younger.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, and she's cool for that.
So yeah, it's completely genuine.
Oh shit! It's the regional manager.
The Roman?
Oh, John, the general manager.
General manager.
But yeah, no, I agree. What's up, John? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hanging in there.
I've never seen.
If you're gonna cheat on me, at least you should like message me beforehand.
What do you mean? We were in the server. You were asleep.
It's a joke, bro. Come on.
I felt that. I felt that. I felt the emotional ties. Come on, it's Cactus though, right? Like I'm pretty sure you would have done the same thing.
No, it's okay.
Look at this Chad over here, all green and veiny.
With a cactus.
Bro.
Also, I have never seen Nightmare Azreel heal before.
We're just that good.
Literally all NPCs heal at low HP.
Yeah, but my point is, up until now, we've always drained him before he got to the heal range.
Yeah, we're doing really. We're 100 rounds in, and we have him at 14k health. Like that's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, how does that song go again? From Fergie
this
or something?
my shit. No.
This my shit. All girls and be like this.
Cactus,
We walk around that track so
Cactus, I get it. Cactus, good. Cactus, we're good. Brother. Okay, I'm gonna go to his side, seriously.
Yeah, man, got into it, pulled out the whole outfit and everything. So this is my time. All right,
that song is bad, but I like it.
I mean, I like a lot of like dumb bad girl songs, low key. They're kind of catchy, you know.
Dumb bad girl songs. Lol.
Yeah, you know, like the girl songs are kind of like they don't really like. They do make sense, but they're just like kind of like emotional type of
Chick
you know?
anthems.
Yeah, exactly. Like what's that one Dochi song that's like the ripoff of like the other dude who's like, you didn't have to cut me off.
Oh, bro, the anxiety.
Yeah.
That song gave me fucking cancer. Seriously,
So, bro, and it's crazy because I feel like with those type of songs, when I first hear it, I'm like, oh, like that's interesting. But you hear it so many times, then it's just like, oh, it's kind of like catchy in an annoying way, I guess, right? Like I'm kind of meme singing it at this point, right? Like, but yeah, it's just funny. I feel like there's a lot of those girl songs that get stuck in my head because of that.
every time I hear that song, I'm like, wait, what?
You guys remember that song by Justin Timberlake? Like it went like "Can't Stop the Feeling." That was the name of the song. That was another song
Yeah. Can't stop
that was
feeling
one
that
of
one.
the songs that literally went on repeat, guys. I used to work at Subway.
Would you take
I have
that
some songs like
song?
that as well.
Take that song or Mariah Carey's Christmas song on repeat 5 times a day during Christmas.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
God,
there is
please.
just one thing
Cactus,
I
Cactus, I've got
need.
some advice for you. Why don't you
Please
go
don't.
and like apply for American Idol and jump off a bridge?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if I ever turned into like a serial killer, it would be because of that. Like 100%.
Exactly.
I've heard that song so many times and I hate it every more time.
I've never wanted
I
to
hear it.
self-harm, but that makes me want to slit my wrists.
Bro.
No, there was the one Christmas song I can't stand is Last Christmas because at my work they play like 7 different covers of it over and over.
Yikes.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sucks.
What's worst about it is I feel like the corporate people that put these things on the radio or whatever, they don't care about the employees. They really don't. Like they're like, oh, we want to keep the playlist going for the customers. You know, we want to encourage them to shop and get in the mood and whatever. What about the person that's here for 9-10 hours a day? Oh,
They don't care.
Who cares?
They don't care.
Like, oh, okay, all right. I guess I'm just gonna learn the words to Mariah Carey's Christmas jingle this Christmas, man. Like every word verbatim. Like, golly, man. And then there's always the one person who comes in who's like, "Oh, I love this song." It's like, "Oh, I want to punch you in the throat." Like, I can't believe you just said that. What do you mean you love this song?
100% legit.
There's no other Christmas song you listen to. Like, what?
Those people are what we call brainlets.
Those are people that we call liberals. No, okay, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Lonnie. I'm sorry.
Man. Brainlets are crazy. That's heinous.
Oh, this song's stuck in my head. No,
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah, it sucks. It gets there. It gets stuck in your head. That's when you know it's seeping in the seams. You've seen that episode of Regular Show where he gets the summertime song stuck in his head and then it like comes to life?
No.
I like the summertime song. I like the Summertime Sadness from Lana Del Rey is the only like summer song I like. I got that summertime sadness.
Summertime
Yes, it's not an invitation. My brother and Antichrist, please stop singing.
My brother and Antichrist is great. I've never heard that.
It's not even summer. Why are they playing Summertime Sadness?
Nice.
But
I've never heard it
first,
either.
let
I don't
me
know where I pulled it
selfie.
out. I'm not gonna lie.
I literally thought of that when you said that. I literally thought of the "Let me take a selfie" meme.
That's what that line is from.
Bro, I'm playing League and I forgot that I had my R and I'm playing Echo. I don't know if any of you play League, but I basically died because I didn't hit R. I'm stupid.
I play Smite.
Might no.
I can't
Give me more
play
Nah,
League.
man.
I don't know why.
League is
Off
just
on
too,
Epic Duel.
League is too like I don't like looking at ants. You know, I don't like the bird's eye view thing.
I mean, it's gotten a lot better.
Oh, it has? I mean, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Of course it probably has, right?
You should
Like,
absolutely try it out again. It looks amazing at the moment.
have they ever upgraded engines or anything on League of Legends or what?
Engines, yes. The actual launcher is the same fucking buggy ass launcher that they've had for like 14 years.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, have they? Because like, what's it on? It's on like whatever Blizzard's engine is, right? Like,
Blizzard. This is This is Riot.
Or Riot, my bad. Sorry. Whatever the Riot system thing is on. Is it called like Vanguard or something like
that? Vanguard is the anti-cheat software that everybody hates.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Not that. But whatever, because like, you know how like Epic has like Unreal Engine or whatever, right? Like what's
I don't actually know what league is on. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Like, have they ever like updated that type of thing, or do they just like update it in general?
They've
like,
updated their engine. They haven't updated the launcher because like League works like you go into like a launcher which is separate from the actual game, which is stupid as hell. But yeah. So they've updated the engine for the actual game multiple times, but the launcher has stayed the same.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll get in the league. I mean, again, if I had enough people that would help me like play or whatever, because my whole thing is with gaming nowadays is like I'll play whatever as long as I can get people to play with me, because there's nothing worse than like learning a game and you just don't have teammates, and that's the reason you're losing. You know, like that's been me my whole gaming career. Like Gears of War, Marvel Rivals, literally Apex, Call of Duty, Fortnite, like all these games. I'm not gonna say like I was insane or whatever, but I would like to think I was pretty decent. But the problem I would run into is I would just get people that just literally want to fight against you for the sake of fighting against you. You know, like you ever have those teammates? You're just like, again, it could be random or something.
You have no shield.
You tell them, I'm living life on the edge, Cactus. I'm living life on the edge. But you ever tell those people that, again, well, actually, low key, that's kind of literally irony right there. You literally just did you did exactly what I was talking about. Like,
You just noticed?
Did you do? Yo, this man Cactus, you're diabolical. You did that on purpose. This man was trying to have me hypocritical myself on stream.
Cactus being Cactus.
Bro, that's
maybe
crazy.
you should pay attention to them.
My teammate is an op, bro. Man. But yeah, essentially what that. Like, it sucks when you tell someone what to do and it's the right thing. And they're just like, nah, bro. Like, I don't want to do that. Like,
why would I listen to you?
Yeah, imagine somebody doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't, bro. It drives me absolutely crazy. Can't wait for you to tell me something to do so I can just not do it. But I hate it when people do that to me, though. You know what I'm saying? I think it's perfectly fair and reasonable.
Yeah, because it's obviously the right thing, and you know it's the right thing, but they don't, and they don't understand why, and they don't care to understand why.
Oh no, they know it's the right thing. They just purposely choose not to do it because someone else told them to do it. You know,
I'm a child, so I'm going to be stupid.
Literally, man. It's like I know what you're saying is right, but I'm just going to do the opposite because you told me to do it.
Because why not, right?
Yeah, YOLO. I'm trolling. It's not even that serious, bro. Like, it's just a video. Oh man, that's the worst excuse.
Oh my god, dude!
It's just
YOLO.
A video game. I know it's a video game. I'm trying to enjoy the video game by winning. Like, hello? Hop on a video game to lose?
I used to play games to have fun. Now I play games to get tilted and cuss everybody out.
Pretty much. Like getting.
I feel older, like that's. It's like an average experience of adults playing games.
Getting older is understanding I'm playing this game to escape reality and win, you know, because I take so many L's in real life.
Speak for yourself, bro. I need to, well, no, never mind. My whole life has been one giant L. I'm not even going to start talking.
It's all right. We learn from our L's, though. It's what makes us good at the game, you know? But it's worse when you see the person who's like, yeah, I'm good at the game, and they have the 4-man carry, and they had just, you know, like, they have, like, people that just, for whatever reason, just won't let that person die, and just best team in the world. But they're ass at the game, but they just have teammates. And then there's you, who's good at the game, but doesn't have teammates. And you lose, and get emoted on, and die.
Bro, what pisses me off is how good kids are at games. Like, you've been playing a game for, like, 8 years or something, and there's some 15-year-old.
How many rounds? Take a screenshot.
135.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
That's crazy work.
Is that boss or slow?
That's
insanely fast for this boss.
Considering this boss used to take like 2 hours, like just to kill, that's pretty fast.
Yeah. It used to be 300 rounds if you were lucky.
I'm about to screenshot that and post on Twitter.
So you guys spent like what, like 45 minutes on this boss or something?
Yeah, and this is probably arguably the hardest boss in the game.
Wait, and you're saying that it used to take about 300 rounds?
Yikes.
Yeah.
So people would spend like almost 2 hours fighting this boss.
Yep.
Wow.
Which is why I
Yeah.
never did it before.
There's a
Wow.
reason. There's a reason that nobody maxed out the achievement for this except Machion.
Who's not quit, right?
Like, legitimately nobody.
He was probably botting it anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, he uses ult because he had a really overpowered ult, but most people don't.
Yeah, 135.
135.
Cactus, do you play League?
No.
You should start. You'd enjoy it.
I've tried it. It's not my thing.
It's a learning curve for sure, but it's satisfying.
I like being interactive with my thumbs.
Oh,
You know?
Are you done for now, Alonzo?
No, I'm just saying.
I took that. Okay, yeah, I took that like just in such a wrong way. It's ridiculous.
Nah, it's you knew, you took it exactly how you knew I was meaning it. Yeah, you know what's up, Zam. You know what's up.
Okay, right, yep.
But for stream purposes, you know what I'm saying, obviously.
PG.
Exactly. Man.
PG in this context standing for pussy. Never mind.
Yeah. I was going to say my N-word without being my N-word. Yo, me and Zam on stream are gonna get us canceled, bro. Like, I can't.
Oh no, 100%, bro. I made 3 Twitter accounts and I got canceled on all 3 of them within a week. So like, I'm just yeah.
I can just see us having the most unhinged conversations.
You want to go again?
No, definitely not.
Wow.
Poor little Cactus left all alone.
Yeah, I'm about to post this and then.
All around me are familiar.
Oh no, please, brother, please.
That's a Gears of War song, sir. You got to play Gears of War if you're going to sing that song.
That that was around before Gears of War, right?
Well, yeah,
No,
but it didn't
nothing
matter
existed
until
before Gears of War.
Actually, yeah, exactly what Zam said. It wasn't.
I never played Gears of War, but still.
Got made exclusively for Gears of War. Exclusively for Gears of War. Are you sitting?
Sometimes I despair for the human race.
You have despair.
What like?
Are you copying off?
Bro, yeah, like, oh my
Biter.
god. Sometimes I despair for the human race. Are you an emo 12-year-old? What is going on?
Biter. I'm telling Mir right now. Cactus is trying to. That's tough.
All around me are. All right. Anyways, I'll catch you guys around. Yeah, have fun.
For sure, Zam. Glad of you to stop by.
Yeah.
Good talking to you, big dog.
Here he goes.
Man, 2.5 hour stream though. That's pretty good. Unreal as well. Thank you, Waffle. Yeah, that's pretty good. 135 is pretty good.
135 is crazy fast for that boss.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be really exciting to see when like people get like the full set and like really see like what can happen. They need to release it for legendary bosses. I think that'd be really cool. I think legendary bosses. I mean, obviously they're already easy enough or whatever. But again, it would be cool to feel like you can like farm legendary bosses like fast as fuck, type thing.
The thing is, though, they're already relatively fast if you use the right strat.
Yeah, but making it faster is never a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. The more you feel like you're freaking him, right? You know what I'm saying? The more you're aura farming in this game, the more you're going to keep people's attention.
So I agree to an extent, but there's a point at which you shouldn't make it any easier, and I think that we've reached that point with legendary bosses. Like, it is totally possible to farm legendary bosses already. Like, we don't need to make it easier, I don't think.
Yeah, but it takes a pretty decent amount of time, though. That's what I'm saying. It's more about time, I think.
I mean, like the 20 or 25 minutes.
not, I mean, you're going from your perspective of like legendary max all stats, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Like the average player, let's say if you just made a new account or something, you hit legendary level 10 or something like that. Like you're not going to be able to farm that person unless you get all your ranks
Well,
up.
no, but you're not the max level. Why should you expect to be able to if you haven't gotten all the way to the top?
That's what I'm saying, because again, you farm that one boss so much that you got the full set of cores. You can farm that one boss. You see what I'm saying?
But you're talking about somebody who's like legendary rank 10. It's like if you aren't like max rank, why should you expect to be able to do anything easily?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be easy the first time, but that's what I'm saying. If they beat it, and again, it's hard in the beginning. The whole point is that it's the scale, right? Like even if I am low level, I still can beat something enough to where that boss it eventually begins to scale easier and easier and easier, even if I'm not legendary ranked. You know what I mean? Like they have to have that window or that kind of path they can take to be able to hit the end game right now. And I feel like right now it's like, yes, you have paths that like take a lot of time that can get people to the end game fast, right? If I start a new account, yeah, I can hit 40 in a day, but those 100 legendary ranks are going to take, if I diligently work through, 3-4 months or whatever, right? Like I put up 200 wins a day, or I'm grinding out NPC wins, and yeah, you could do that. But I'm just saying, if you have somebody who, let's say over a course of a year, right, they could do the same thing, but just basically battling one boss. Like let's say they don't play as detailed enough to where they're going to do all the stuff happening or all the drops happening, but they're playing enough to where they get one thing down, and then they're able to just do that one thing, grind it long enough, they can still get up there. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's really easy to farm legendary ranks now, right? You can get like 10 a day.
I mean, yes and no. I think like the average person isn't getting 10 legendary ranks a day. I mean, yes, if you hit a power hour, you throw on some boosters. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real fanatic and you really take the game into detail, yes, you can exploit it that system or that way. Yeah, absolutely. But it's like, are most people taking it that far though? Like, no, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't think there's going to be that many people that would even take it that far, just because again, like, I think there's been ways to where even before Azreel's beauty or anything like that, right? Like the bosses already were pretty decent. Like I've already known for a while I could kill nightmare bosses or, legendary bosses. And again, it's just a matter of time, right? But I feel like now it's like hitting that thing where the time's getting cut down because the cores and stuff are becoming, unique and creative and all this other stuff. So it's like, you might as well do that for the rest of the game too. Like not really just do it for just nightmare bosses. Cause like just nightmare bosses, you like the dilemma's still there where I have to find another person, like I can't grind it myself.
Well, that's exactly why having the cores is much more useful for nightmare bosses, because it's not only the time element, it's the fact that you have to do it with another person. Legendary, you can do it on your own time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think if a person is putting in the time to where, again, they say, okay, I killed the boss. Like, even if they wanted to make it where it's not a drop, like, even if you could make it a specific thing where it's like, okay, you add more tiers or something, and at like 50 wins, you get it at that point. You know what I mean? Like, I just think having something that, someone can take to that extreme and then get up to the other things and have them welcome into the other things. Because, like, I'm thinking of my own kind of personal path, I guess, too. But it's like the way I see it is like how I got into the game before I even got into bosses or anything like that was PvP, right? So it's like I grinded PvP so long that I was able to get levels, get legendary points, get all the stuff that kind of bled me into bosses. And then I was like, okay, then I started caring about achievements. Then I started caring about influence in wars. Then I started caring about, boss battles and stuff like that. But it's like, I feel like a new player right now, if they come in, they don't really have that, right? Like it's still the kind of the same thing. Like you're either going to take the PvP route, which is you're coming in with someone kind of giving you, help, like insight. You're going to have like kind of friends, or you're coming in the boss route, which is again, kind of same thing. But like, I'm trying to think of the mind of a person who isn't going to be attached to the community, right? If I'm a random person who came across the game, I made an account, I don't know about the Discord server, I don't have friends or anything like that, because that was my experience. You know what I mean? It's like I learned pretty much self-taught for the first like 4 or 5 years of playing the game, and that was because PvP was so active, and so like at any point in time I can get on whenever I wanted to learn and learn it. You know what I mean? Cactus. That's tough. I talked this man's ear off. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys get what I'm trying to say though. Yeah, I just think that having outlets to where people can hop on their own time and own accord and grind things out efficiently is what you're looking for, I'm trying to compare this game or think of it to like Destiny or like World of Warcraft or something like that, right? I think those games stick around for so long because you're able to at any point in time, if I can't sleep or something, or if I'm happen to be up at 2 a.m. or whatever, I can hop on, grind something in my own kind of peace, right? And then even if I don't want to, or I want to play with friends the very next day, right? I can just wait until a more presentable time and play with other people if I want to do that too. But there's like the option, right? But it's like right now, I don't really think there's a solo option in this game. Like, yes, you can farm stuff and do like quest things and all that other stuff, but that's only if you really get into the lore, you get into the story. If you don't get into those things, you kind of have to get into the gameplay. And I don't think there's many gameplay aspects that you could grind solo and like it actually be a bang for your buck or a return on, you know, time per se. But yeah, actually, that's how I feel. But.
I beg to differ on that. I mean, most of the stuff that I've done in this game was by myself. Yeah, there's a reason that let's just say there's a reason that I haven't maxed all the Nightmare bosses and I don't have many 2v2 wins.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Again, your outlet is Jug, and again, not everyone is playing Jug for their own solo reasons. A lot of people play Jug whether for faction purposes or influence purposes, like usually competitive purposes, right? Like not many people are playing for their own accord or experience.
Counterpoint, 1v1. You don't have to have anyone else for that. You can just do it yourself.
Yeah, but the problem is with 1v1, which is the age-old problem, is, again, you have people who feel like it's pay to win. You rather have to put money into the game or get some sort of varium or some sort of core that's actually like good with money in order to be good, or you have to take a stupid long time to get up to a
that's a whole separate issue. You're comparing apples and oranges.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm comparing the same issue because, like I said, I'm saying there needs to be more outlets for a solo person to grind that isn't PvP. That's what I'm saying. I think the boss battles should open the eyes here because, again, the cool thing about the Smoking Shadow thing was there was people doing both legendary version by themselves, and there's people doing both Nightmare version because that was the easiest thing to do. If you could get a homie, you were doing Nightmare. If you were on late at night or whatever, you were grinding up by yourself legendary, taking the chances, right? And that's what I'm saying. I think having those outlets for both sides is how you kind of keep those kind of two players, you know, together, right? Like I think farming, at least like in that player base, has kind of, again, two sides. You're either farming with friends or you're farming solo. And I just think farming solo right now is kind of tough. Like there's not really many things you can farm solo on repeat over and over and over again, and you're going to get, you know, actually return for it unless you enjoy it or you enjoy the gameplay itself. So
I don't agree, but I can't really I can't really explain my perspective because you're talking like a million miles an hour.
Sorry. It's ADHD, but yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Like,
well, I guess we can start it.
I think the fact that the game has lasted for as long as it has with the consistent player base that it has speaks for itself. That isn't to say that nothing has to ever change. Like, we can implement new stuff, and the Nightmare Boss cores are an example of that. But comparatively, Nightmare bosses are way too extreme for what they give out, right? It was literally, you know, you were talking like an hour and a half to 2 hours for a boss, and even with the beauty bot, you were talking an hour plus. Like, that's too extreme. The problem is nailing down what the threshold is for what is reasonable. In my opinion, we've gotten that for legendary solo bosses, even if they're not like super easy for new players. I mean, they are not really supposed to be easy for new players. It's supposed to be a challenge.
But I don't like. Okay, because like I think on a like let's say level ground, right? Do you actually think there's a legendary boss in the game that's actually challenging? Do you think there's any NPC in EPICDUEL that's like at its core like actually challenging? Like you have to actually like think to a degree or like do something crazy to a degree to like outsmart this boss.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, maybe we wrong the basis because I
Azreel Guardian is 100% like that.
How is it? How is it different than any other boss you just slap on any building?
Mainly because of one mechanic, the fact that you can remove your buffs. You have to be ready for that at any moment. You have to adapt to that.
Yeah, but I mean, is
There
that
is no
something?
turn rotation for him.
Is that actually like challenging enough? That's like so out of the wheelhouse to where it's going to be something that people can adapt to or change in like a couple of tries. You know what I mean?
Well, just because it takes a few tries to get used to it doesn't mean it's not a challenge. It is very much a challenge. That you're talking to the guy who's beaten him 20 times. It was not easy.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was like super duper easy, but I'm just saying I think that what I'm trying to say is I think in your wheelhouse, right? Like those are things that excite you, so you're gonna step up to that challenge, right? But I'm saying
Right.
in all honesty, like how challenging are like how long did it take you to beat that boss when it first came out?
A long time. It took me a few days.
Okay, and see, and this is what I'm saying in scales of challenging, right? Because you could say that's hard to you because you went through it and you know you have your own experience. Like I'm not trying to downplay what you went through. I'm just saying in terms of the history of the game, right? Like there's plenty of other bosses that came out that people were taking like weeks on end just to get like one win. You know, like there's been aspects of the game where bosses have been a lot like easier or harder depending on whoever's playing at the time. But the whole point is
Well,
that it's kind of the
really,
same thing. Like you kind of figure out a strategy that works, right? And then you kind of just click
so
on rotation that thing and it works.
so first of all, the difficulty of bosses has mostly scaled with what abilities were available at the time. Like when Rex came out, it completely transformed the boss landscape because so many bosses became way easier because you could suddenly deal a ton of damage to them.
Yeah.
And so, like, bosses like Legendary Night Wraith were considered almost impossible on release. In fact, they had to nerf him.
Again, I
But
know.
now,
I was there. I remember.
Mhm. Yeah, so, but again, we're getting off the main topic, which is the thing we have to nail down is it reasonable to expect the amount of time out of legendary bosses that it currently takes? And I think the answer is yes, because the fact that they have that amount of HP makes them sponges. You have to have the ability to sustain a strategy for a decent period of time instead of just making a glass cannon type of build with completely overpowered cores. I think there should be that kind of endurance test, not to an extreme degree, but to a moderate degree in order to beat that kind of boss.
Yeah, no. Again, I agree with you. I'm not saying that shouldn't be the case, but I just think in the beginning that should be the case. But as you again beat the challenge, it should become easier. Almost like again, like if you beat a video game, the first playthrough of it is going to be the hardest one by far, right? I mean, unless
Right.
play on easy or whatever, and then go later and play it on harder difficulty. But like essentially, it's going to be new to you. It's going to be your hardest playthrough. But after you go through, a lot of times, games that you keep your items, they'll let you keep certain skills you got. So the game is in theoretically a lot easier, right? But like it can be harder because things have more HP or X, Y, and Z. It's just the gameplay becomes more comfortable, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that should be the thing we're kind of aiming for. Like, yes, like you said,
So,
the time it takes to kill a legendary boss as it is, first playthrough is perfect as it is. I'm not saying we should touch that. I just think you should add more incentives that kill the boss faster, just for people to farm those things more, consistently. Like if they have that option or they have that thing where just like how you like Jug and not many other people like Jug,
so,
for its
so,
core, some people can do the same thing for a boss. Sorry, go ahead.
so, I lost what I was going to say.
My bad.
So, what were you? I don't remember what we were talking about.
Let's talk about like essentially at essence. I'm saying because you said the time to kill
Oh,
the boss
yeah.
is
So you're talking about like repeat playthroughs of games are easier, right?
Yeah.
And there are some games where it's like, yeah, you get to like keep certain abilities that you got later in the game, and you like go back and do certain things. But that's not all games, and a lot of times what you were talking about with like you get more comfortable with the gameplay, so repeat playthroughs are easier. That just comes with experience, and the same thing is true with epic duel bosses. The more you beat the boss, the easier it becomes later on. and nothing changed.
Yeah, because again, I understand you get experience and things become easier. Yeah, but I'm saying there's a lot of games that
Like
you
that.
keep the same gear, like even when you go into
That's
the next playthrough, and that's what I'm saying.
that's exactly the reason why I and Mir and some other people can beat bosses more quickly than others, simply because we've had so much experience fighting bosses. It's
Yeah.
not because it's not necessarily because we have better gear, although we do have good cores, but like for the most part, anyone can get the cores that we use. Like all of them are available for credits.
Yeah.
But the fact that we've had so much experience fighting these bosses means we know what strategies to use.
Yeah, and again, I understand that, but I'm saying, like, okay, I'll put it to you from your perspective, right? Like, if again, you being at how you are now, you've killed a bunch of bosses. You're again, like, you're really good at killing bosses, right? Like, you understand that. That's you're the guy for that. So I'm saying, because you know that, because again, like, we know if you go in a battle with any NPC right now, you're probably gonna win. Like, that's just 98% of the time, whatever the case may be. So I'm saying,
Right.
wouldn't it be cooler? Because I'm not saying they necessarily have to be on same par with like the Nightmare bosses, right? Because like the Nightmare cores are obviously extreme because the Nightmare versions are extreme, right? But I'm saying, wouldn't it be cool if, because you killed the bosses as many times, right? You got certain drops that made it a tad bit more, like, saved you some time, right? Because that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking in retrospect, I think Epic Duel at its core, right? Like, the skill is time, right? Like, the time it takes you to kind of get through something, like a person that's using a build, even 1v1, right? Like, everyone can use focus build, but Sagar is going to be the guy who's going to be able to get 100 wins in like 2-3 hours or whatever the case may be, because he's the best guy with focus build. He's able to win the fastest with focus. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, so yeah, sorry, I'm like trying to do multiple things at once.
You're good. I was just gonna say, like,
there's
to put it like clear, I was just gonna say, like, just like with PvP, okay, you have the thing where you said,
so uh fuck. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have points to make, but like I can't concentrate right now. I'm trying to do other stuff.
no, you're good. Yeah, I mean, we can have the conversation whenever. You're good. I'm not trying to.
Yeah. There's something going on. I have to dip out.
No, you're good, man. No worries. Yeah, these are always good conversations to have in general, just because it helps with the game. So again, it's not like a debate or anything. We're just open in. You're all good. But to piggyback off of what I was saying, I was just basically saying that, like, I think at the end of the day, the skill is time, right? Like, I think that is the thing that you have to kind of associate with skill in a game like this, right? Like, we're just clicking, like, there's not really much like hand-eye coordination movements or like different things like that. It's kind of just, again, your mental, like, like chess or checkers or anything like that. It's your mental, right? Like, how you're thinking about the game. And then again, how fast you're able to get wins, in a competitive standpoint, right? So I'm saying, like, I think having these different things or having different angles that can make bosses, again, more time consuming or more fun in the way you have more freedom to kind of, use different builds in your own accord, I think is what I'm trying to, get to, right? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that, a legendary core has to be like, plus 400 damage on basic or whatever, right? Like, that's insane. I don't think it needs to have that type of tune up. But I'm just saying, it would be cool to have, boss specific cores to where it's like, okay, like you said, some bosses are more glass cannon than others, right? It'd be cool to have, like, for a specific boss like Shogoth, if he was a glass cannon, you can have it so random, different, like, things that don't apply to PvP could be applied to that, right? So you can make so, like, Shogoth, okay, you get an Ox core and that Ox gives you plus 30 defense or something, right? Like, just different things to help mix it up and make the gameplay different is what I'm trying to say, like, you need to be able to have some sort of, like, like reward, but like some sort of like gameplay shifter, if that makes sense. Like as you get up there, you know, I'm thinking on a level of, again, like when you're talking about farming or loot or like just things you're doing on repeat, like there needs to be something that spices it up. And I think the legendary or nightmare boss cores that they just dropped with these things, like having this type of stuff spices it up because you're able to, again, do different things, you know, kind of like how me and Cactus did today, right? Like the boss, the build that I used last night to kill Akka with Mir was way different than the build I, you know, used to kill Azreel, right? Just because with Azreel, you have the core, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, because I got that core, I was, you know, I got a lucky drop, right? Because I got that, I'm able to spice up my gameplay a little bit, right? Like, it makes it a little more different, you know? It'd be cool if that same thing can apply to also solo battles, because now, again, it's like, you know, I'm a little tired or whatever, you know, I'm about to turn off my stream or whatever. Let's say if I want to just throw on music and continue farming, right? That could be a person continuing to play Epic Duel. If I could just, you know, farm a legendary boss or whatever, or farm a regular boss and get other cores or little things that, you know, I could be looking for, but I can't do that now. You know, it's like, again, like I have to find Nightmare. So it's like, again, I'd rather have to find someone to, again, you know, hop and chat with, or, you know, kind of go back and forth with, and, you know, do that if I want to. But yeah, I just think the more you kind of open the door to having it, people can like farm effectively by themselves. I think, again, you're going to have more people playing the game. Again, you know, I think a lot of people are failing to see is like, you know, you look at Cactus, right? Like Cactus didn't play the game before Jug. Okay. Now, years later, because of Jug being changed by Titan before he left, right? That one thing that made it so he could solo grind as much as he want on his own time kept him here for the long run. And that's what I'm saying. Other people need things like that are going to keep them there for the long run, that they can grind on their own accord. You know, I'm unfortunately not like Cactus, and I'm not gonna play 90,000 Jug, you know what I'm saying, wins and keep playing that for however long it took that, you know? I haven't even put up 90,000 wins in the game in general. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I would be able to get to that type of level. But being the type of person I am, though, again, I'm up at odd times. I'm up at random, you know, literally times of the day, and I'm usually, again, on my own accord. So like having little things that I could, you know, jump to, right? If I could say, oh man, I'm gonna go Infernal Mines right here or whatever, and you know, I want to get a Seth Juron, you know, weapon set or whatever that he's dropping, but like, oh, he's a boss guy, but y'all get the point. Like the point is, again, if I go to Charfade or whatever, and I wanted to, you know, again, you know, do some legendary challenges of her, I'm looking to get 20 out of those things or whatever. I know I can kill a boss. I know I can kill legendary Charfade over and over and over again, right? It'd be cool if I can get some incentive that as I beat her, you know, the first 5 times, okay, I got 2 new cores that I can switch my build, and then I beat her another 5 times. Then at that time, you know, I got another core and I could switch it up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just having those things to, you know, test and try things out makes it more fun. So yeah, I wasn't necessarily like trying to say we should make legendary bosses easier, you know, because again, I do think that, you know, obviously bosses have been getting easier with the kind of implementing of different, you know, cores, like NPC cores and different NPC things. Like I get that a lot, you know. But yeah, again, I think variety is king with games like this. You know, it's weird to be in a situation where you have all this loot and you have all this kind of like different things you can use, but no really like real reason to keep them different, you know? Like Cactus does it well because, again, he usually keeps all of his cores in like the correct corresponding spots they kind of came in or whatever. So he kind of has that variety, but like more people need that. Again, that's like that, you know, if that makes sense, right? Like there needs to be different variety things that I can switch to or like use or have that makes the gameplay, again, spicy, you know? That's just how I feel, you know? But, and again, I think we're heading towards that, you know? Again, I'm not trying to say that, you know, they haven't been doing anything like that or anything crazy, because I think they definitely are working hard and definitely doing the best they can. I just purely speaking from a consumer standpoint, you know, like this is just what I think the game would do better with, you know? But yeah, nah, man, today's been awesome though, man. 3-hour stream, bro. Been killing bosses. Telling you, man, this might be the new wave. I had fun today. It's cool being able to like kind of talk and like, again, I can kind of lose focus, but it's a little more forgiving because, you know, we're fighting bosses, man. You know, and obviously the multiplayer streams aren't going anywhere. We're going to keep playing those too. You know, but again, it's just it's all about adding, again, more variety into the content and keeping you guys entertained when you guys do happen to come around. and join me, man. I appreciate it always. I think we should get a stream in tomorrow, which should be awesome. Again, in the next few weeks, watch out because again, I'm gonna be opening up the Balance Brigade server here soon. We're going to be really focusing on team oriented stuff. So like, you know, again, we're talking about League of Legends today. Like I really do want to get into League of Legends or just different things, but I want to have a team. You know, I want to be able to like document the progression of, you know, not just me, but the different people that are playing with us, you know? So yeah, I want that to be incentivized, but yeah, we'll talk more about that later, man. If you're not having an amazing Saturday, make sure you guys are having an amazing Saturday, man. Enjoy your weekend. We only get one a week. You know, it's been a long week in general. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys can relate. But other than that, man, I am out, man. I appreciate you guys for stopping by today, bro. Today was really good. Today was a good stream, man. I had fun. Talking with the homies. But until next time, tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. Again, I probably should be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably do a PvP stream tomorrow. But yeah, man. More of these nightmare builds coming soon. Because as you can see, I got a bunch of bosses I need to kill. And we're actually gonna try and get on the leaderboard, bro. Like I'm basically clipping 2 mil. And again, I think I could really get up there like easily, bro. I'm only 300,000 off. Ooh. Hey, Amanda changed his name. Galaxy, it's kind of fire. That's a fire name. Fire name. Man. The boy Manda, man. I hope he's doing good. Miss that guy. But yeah, we're gonna try and get up there, bro. I'm only 300K off. Something light. I don't even think that's that much, or about like 375K. But still, that's light, man. That's light. Considering how many bosses I have. Like, look at all these tiered like lists I have. Because again, you 20 times. So again, we have all the way till here. Carthrax, I can do Exile Leader, Administrator 10, something like that. Or maybe again, even having a universal like boss killer type of core, you could like just do more damage to bosses would be great just for legendary bosses. Maybe that would be better scaling. But yeah, I gotta get all these to level 20 type thing. And these are just the ones I have. So yeah, imagine the ones I don't have. I probably have a cool like, I'd say like 700,000 player rating I have. Maybe we'll do that on stream one day. Like we'll go through and see how much player rating I have literally just holding out from boss battles. Because like, bro, if I actually went through and maxed all these out, and then again, I still have my Chivos too. Like I still haven't even maxed out all these coin Chivos. So yeah, if I do all those things, bro, I'll be up there. I think I'll definitely be top 10 for sure. Like I think I'm sitting on a cool like, again, if I really get my shit together, again, a cool like 500, 600,000 player rating type thing. I'd probably be like right around here, like between like Mailbox and Strong Mercenary, something like that. But I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. I could be just talking crap, but yeah. Anyways, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I miss you guys as always. It's always good to catch up with you guys, man. I'm gonna be making more videos here soon too. Again, I'm probably gonna make a video out of today, man, and probably drop that. See, you guys get the guide. You know what I'm saying? Get the guide. But yeah, man. Again, I will see you guys later. You guys have a fantastic Saturday, and I'm out.